the era of African Renaissance. You should be proud to be part of this. Count yourself blessed if you are part of this African enlightenment and renaissance. This time around, we subject everything to the altar of reason. We question everything. This is not no more a time where we'll accept everything with gullibility without asking questions. Is divine? Is this and that? No. We question it. That is what brought the Europeans to the advanced, developed state they are in today. Asking questions, questioning everything, and let superior arguments rule. You understand? Do you know what it means? Superior argument. You bow down to superior argument. That is what brings advancement, development, and advancement. Superior argument. That's it. This is no more the time when we are subjected to gullibility, anything, any garbage we believe. This is no more the time, the era of belief. This is the time of knowledge, knowing. That is why we are calling for us going back to who we are, because as Africans, we are people that cherish knowledge. We know, we don't believe. No, knowledge. Do you understand? But they brought to us belief system, and push us into belief. That is why we become lazy. We cannot produce nothing, because we believe that everything will be okay. Everything fake belief, fake hope, always. That is what colonization, the evil colonization, has brought to us. They dealt with us, honestly speaking. That is why we need to untangle all those shenanigans that they put in our brains. But it's not easy. It's not going to be palatable. It's not easy. That is why I always ask us to be patient, consistently being consistent in our various teachings. It's not by force, it's not by cajoling. As we move on, people will be understanding. Their frontal lobes will start that, because it was rendered dead. That part of the brain that deals with information analysis, they render it dead with belief. And there you think you don't need it again. Here we are trying to revive it. It's not going to be easy, but not impossible. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 14th day of October 2023, being Saturday, a day dedicated to discussions on religious matters. We shall never shy away from it. Therefore, that your question, that your argument, you think, but in what I just bring it when the lines are open, but in a civilized manner. We learn from each other. No person has a monopoly of knowledge. We are asking questions. That is it. In this era, asking questions, subjecting everything to reason, to the altar of reason. That is what we are doing. So, when you don't agree with my point or my point of view, it's not personal. It's not fighting. It's not fighting. I used to reiterate on this. We are not fighting. We have one goal, and that goal is superior argument. Let superior argument rule. That is it, and nothing more. So when you come out with your maybe opposing argument or different view, we are not quarreling. It's not we are not fighting. We are one blood, one brother. We are the same people. All that we are doing is to find a way that is best for us as a people, not individual. You know, I used to have a problem with these people when you talk to them, they say, my personal encounter with this, my personal encounter. I say, your personal encounter does not mean that it is the best. An armed robber, you will see armed robbers that have not been caught. He built houses with robbery. You know, he can bribe the police and get away with it. Even maybe now he's living big. Because not all armed robbers are killed, no, or caught. Now, it is his personal encounter with his robbery. And that is what made him who he is. Maybe after he changed business, started importation. So, that is personal encounter of robbery. Does it make it, something good? It does not. That something favors you personally does not mean that it is the best. It's not a criteria of counting it as the right thing. No. There are people that live on criminality. It's their personal encounter, their personal thing. What we are talking about is our collectivity. Where are we? Our collective interest is what matters, not your personal encounter. Oh, we will come into that, please. Therefore, draw nearer to your listening devices. Today, as usual, is going to be as hot as usual. Therefore, our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still languishing in the Nigeria DSS dungeon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. He has been declared free, discharged and acquitted by the same Nigeria Appeal Court. But whatever they are doing today is just the Nigerian government. Nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with justice or anything. No. They are just playing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with IPOB, with Biafra struggle. And the most pathetic part of it is this, that some Igbo politicians are behind it. I can authoritatively tell you that. They are behind the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? The continuous detention. Even there is a news that said, look, most especially this Supreme Court governor of Imo State, that is an APC, member. You are gone. We heard about what happened to the story. What of other thousands that have gone? As you see, you know what they are using now against us is Gawan formula. Gawan formula. Gawan. Yakubu, go on. Jacob, go on. That is his formula they are using. He told them that, he said it openly, that had it been he understand the Igbos as he did today, that there shouldn't have been any need of fighting that very big war with bringing people, hiring mercenaries and soldiers from abroad everywhere, bringing weaponry in order to fight Biafra. That he would have given some few Igbo elites, some few Igbo people, he will give them money and they will do the thing very beautiful. They will fight, they will kill their people for him, and that is it. That is Gawan formula, is what they are using today. They use Igbos because of their greed. You know, I say this, that this greed is in every person, everybody. It is only enlightenment that will make you bring down your own to the barest minimum. I am saying it's not only exclusively to the politicians. No, it is in everybody, including every Igbo man. Greed is there. selfishness is there. Now, tell me, how can you, just because of for somebody to remain a governor, to be a governor, he will be killing his people, programmed to kill his people. He knows that he don't merit that place he is. Do you see it? Are you seeing the reason why they always at the beginning they say, no, if you people have this Biafra, you will kill on ourselves? They believe that, look, that we will have the same primitive selfishness still left in us. But little did they know that Radio Biafra is there, sanitizing and others, sanitizing the mindset, the mentality of each and every one of us. That is why this teaching, Radio Biafra, on social media, genuine ones, the media warriors, it is a necessity, the precursor to this freedom fighting. I mean, to Biafra restoration. Is the highly needed in order to sanitize our brains, to remove us from that primitive mentality of heavy, extreme selfishness and greed. That you don't need your people. You just, once you are okay, you don't care for every other person. That is primitive greed. I call it primitive. You know, how can a so-called governor be killing his people, killing the youths, just for him to be there? His program, and he allowed this program because they understand that every woman have this selfishness. But when they see IPOB, that is why they are afraid. They are dealing with us anyhow because they know that we are enlightened. IPOB had cause. They remove that primitivity in them, in us, and we become unbuyable. You cannot purchase us with money. Even if hunger is killing us, you bring your money, you say to hell with you and your money. Who are you? Do you see why they are afraid of IPOB? It is no more the normal Igbo people they know. Because we are, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started by sanitizing our brains, making us understand that dignity is more than life, according to the Japanese code of a Bushido and samurai. That honor is more important than life itself. That is why any Japanese, once you dishonor yourself, you commit any dishonor, they don't need to kill you. They expect you to do the needful. Kill yourself in order to redeem your honor. Remove your life, so that at least they will say, yeah, he dishonored himself, but he retrieved his honor by killing himself. That is their code. You understand? Honor is more important than life. But in our normal primitive behavioral character, what is honor? Honor is nothing. Bring money, even if it's any amount, just the stomach, once the stomach fill up, honor is nothing. Do you see it? This is what we are trying to reverse. And it is dismay to the caliphate. The British don't like it. They want us to continue being, buyable people that can be purchased with money, people that can litter honor and dignity, don't know the value. You understand me? But nonetheless, we must continue. Today, as I put out on my Facebook platform, we are going to continue in our second part of this submission, religion and freedom, in the second part, because last Saturday we dealt with it, religion and freedom. That is the topic of our discussion, or it remains the topic of our discussion, please. Therefore, you have to listen so that you can understand, and if you can, or if you have any counter view, you can, when the lines are open, you can call in. We debate in a civilized manner. That is how it should be. We are not fighting, as I used to say. Now, let me just read this, just few news headlines, just few. Time is past, but let me just read it. The news headline: Chinedu's plan. Let me bring it out. Chinedu's plan to release IPOB leader Mazi stalled by Southeast Nigerian politics. Imo government poll. You see, they are not hiding it. But it is hopeful that they must say, I beg more to keep that man. He have been saying it, that they should not release Mazi but that man, the way he has been killing our people, opening places, dungeons, organ harvesting centers. Is it not a democracy? Is it not democracy now? What the Europeans call, they impose on us. They say it's our democracy. Oh yeah, continue practicing it. Do you see the reason why we need to modify the government, our own type of government? Do you see that? Now, let me read it a bit. Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is today, October 13th news, yesterday, would have regained his freedom, but for Imo State politics and the forthcoming governorship election in the state. Sahara reporters can exclusively report. They say it with authority. You know, he's a Yoruba man in power, so they know. They're on top now. Sahara reporters. They get the whole information they want. And that is why they are saying they can exclusively report. Quote them. Quote to them. Do you see it? Do you see what Hopo is causing in our land? The people this man slaughtered in our land, nobody has ever arrived at that. Article then were killed, yes, but it's not to this extent. They are destroyed. This man destroyed our land. I am telling you. Killing our youths. Sending out Nigerian military and police. You are not safe in any part of Imo State. Mostly even in Olo or Kigwe. You will be moving around, police will just come and carry you, and there you finish. Once they carry you, they take your phone. That is the first thing, so that you don't communicate. You don't communicate to your people or anybody that, look, I have been caught for nothing. Once they catch you, pam, they go for your phone to cut you off from the face of this world, and you are gone. Courtesy of Hopo Zonima. Forcing people, even public servants, threatening them that if any of them, teachers or all, if you don't come to his rally, that you are gone, they will sack you. This is what they brought in our land. That is how the caliphate does. They use the greed, of our people. They bloat it, and now they program you, whine it, program you to do their dirty job. That is Gowon's formula. That is what they are using. Use Igbos, use them to kill them. Is it not a so-called Igbo? What do you call Igbo organization, Igbo leaders, as they report it? They say that Igbo leaders reject referendum call. I've read this in another headline. They reject the referendum call. Igbo leaders. Do you see how they do? The other time they captioned it, IPOB cries out that we are no more going out. We want to be part of Nigeria. Now, after they receive it hot, they recaptioned it. Because it's the same body, the same thing. They now recaptioned it. Igbo leaders reject referendum call. Nigeria is a joke. Journalism, nonsense, rubbish. I am telling you honestly. Nonsense and rubbish. Reject referendum call. And when you read the body of the letter, it's rubbish. How can they say Igbo leaders? They say, no sensible Igbo man wants to leave Nigeria. And we challenge them, say, okay, why let us go on referendum? That is why we go on referendum, so that one on one now, nothing more. They say no. What type of human being is this? No, nobody wants to live in Nigeria. But okay, no Igbo man wants to live in Nigeria. No Igbo person. We say okay, we are not arguing with you. We agree. But let us go on referendum so that we cast vote. It is clear. Is it not democracy? Why will you allow one part of democracy and you don't allow the other one? Is it not hypocrisy? Is it not? These are blabbers, people that are blabbing. I am telling you honestly. Blabbers. Igbo leaders, they insist on political dialogue to end agitation. They want to end agitation. Political dialogue, so that it is them that we go and represent and get everything for them. They will settle them as usual. They are in for a trouble. This so-called Igbo elites, they are calling Igbo leaders. Nobody is Igbo leader. The only Mazi Kanu is our leader. Entire Biafra. You understand? So that they are old game, because what they are doing is anything they will just put it on. They have their people they can call now. They write it. Somebody will be in his office or in his house, write something and just send it to the nation. Any of these useless Nigerian newspapers, and they say Igbo leaders. Do you see how they go? But we must continue. Now, there is another, the last but not the least. I want to read it before I go into the subject matter of today, please. He says something. Let me see. Where did I put it? About Nigeria being okay. Yeah. Nigeria now is ranked the second most prayerful country on earth. You know, you spend your life, precious life, calling on unseen spirits to come and do something for you. Nigeria, you know, before 2018, I think they say Nigeria was number one. Now they go back to number two. We push them. We become the last. Because we don't need most of these prayers. We don't need it. It's something that we should do for ourselves. Let me read it. He said, Nigeria is second most prayerful country on earth. Are you understanding? Nigeria has been ranked the second most prayerful country on earth. Afghanistan was ranked first with 96% prayer rate. According to the PEU Research Center, Nigeria took the second position with 95% prayer rate. Now, listen, where you are running to go. If they want to deport you from UK now, even you want to commit suicide, you want to wound yourself so that they will not deport you. Meanwhile, the likes of China is 1% prayerful. 1%, you know, you cannot say 0%. That is why they put it 1%. China, but it's the China that is they don't pray now. Because that thing, they, instead of wasting their time praying, now they put it in doing something. You understand? Instead of wasting their time praying, they put it physically doing something, making use of their frontal lobe, brain working. Meanwhile, the likes of China is 1%, United Kingdom 6%. Remember one time they jailed the Nigerian nurse in UK, and maybe he's still in jail. that instead of is trying to resuscitate a baby, and she's calling Jesus, 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 oh Jesus, pray. That they arrested her. I read that news here on this hallowed platform. They arrested her because the child died. They arrested her. I said, why are you calling Jesus, Jesus? You have to do your job calmly as a nurse. You are calling somebody we don't know to come and save you. Are you crazy? They sent her to jail. She is still in jail and subject to pay fine. Do you see why they are developed and you are not? Because they reason. That is what we are instigating here, for you to start reasoning, making use of that your brain that you think that you don't need, because there lies the whole thing. That you are seeing, you are calling, according to Mazi Michael, he said it correctly. Okay, creativity is intelligence. How do you get intelligence? Through your brain. When you activate your brain, God, you are saying God is creativity, is intelligence. You understand? Activate the God in us, the God in us. That is our intelligence, our brain, nothing more. So they sent the woman to jail in England for praying. Why she should calmly be doing her job, reviving the child. He is calling Jesus, 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 as usual now, because that is a common mantra in Nigeria. Like a fire will be burning a house down, or burning market. Everybody will be shouting, Jesus, Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. You don't know that this is a crime in some countries. You don't know, because you are doing nothing. No fire service, no firefighting, nothing. You're just calling him, trying to call on one thing, miracle to come to you. Look, Switzerland has 8%, Austria 8% of prayer rate, Czechoslovakia 9%, Germany 9%, Estonia 9%, France 10%, Denmark 10%. They are the least prayerful and the highly developed countries of the world. Do you know that? Do you see that? Now, I want to read for you something. If somebody wrote, he said, if God should attend to our prayer requests in Africa. Now, listen. If God should attend to our prayer requests in Africa, imagine that God decides to answer our prayers in Africa the way we present them to Him. Now, number one, it means that He will miraculously manufacture industries where millions of people asking Him for non-existent job will work. Two, it means He will miraculously establish power stations to power and sustain the industries, because these are the prayer points. You go on every time you are praying, long prayers. You don't know you are disturbing yourself. You are simply disturbing yourself. You understand me? Now, it means He will also miraculously create roads for smooth delivery of goods from these industries that the God created or manufactured. I am reading about, somebody wrote it, I think it's a Reverend Father also, that if God should attend to the prayer requests in Africa, always, as I'm talking now, there are people that are praying. They are praying in Africa, in Nigeria, both Christians and Muslims. They are praying. Okay, now it means also that He will send His angels to be driving vehicles to avoid accidents based on the too many good roads. He will also send us leaders from heaven who will regulate the market. Besides, there will be no hospitals, laboratories, medical personnel and medical research centers, because He will miraculously cure all sicknesses. Are you not seeing? Are you not seeing that this is insanity? Let me continue. Moreover, there will not be driving schools, because His angels will be driving every car. There will be no need for history, archives, or documentations, because He will reveal to us every information we need to know about the past, to know the future. His powerful prophets and diviners will be at our service. That is, if God, as we are calling, will answer the whole prayer points in Africa, in Nigeria in particular. There will be no schools or teachers, because He will grant anyone who prays to Him the knowledge he or she needs. There will be no economic experts, because He will miraculously direct our businesses. There will not be traveling agents, neither will you need any traveling qualifications, because by just sowing seed, He will miraculously make you appear in any country of your choice. Haven't you seen Apostle Johnson Suleiman? That is what he's teaching. I know. I will go into the details of my submission today. The devil is in the details, please. I am just on a preamble. If God will answer the whole our prayers in Nigeria, that is what is the write-up here. And he's a Reverend Father. Now, and so forth. This is where he killed it. He said, anytime you wake up and find yourself in such a world where all our prayers in Africa are answered, know that you are no more living in this material world. It means that you are gone. You don't buy. Because it's impossible. We are in this world to do it, to do it as we want. You understand me? To prepare the world, to build it to our taste. Not asking one spirit to come and do it. No. There's nothing like that. It's brainwashing. It's a program. That is what we try to do here. I was going through the comments of my, somebody said, no, why are we not talking about attacking government? Because this is always what they are very feeble arguments. And I invited the brother, see, if lines open this evening, call in and make your argument. Every time you are talking on religion, why not attack the government, or let us attack the government that is and I summarized something for him on my platform on Facebook. I say, brother, how can you somebody that is tied, somebody that is chained, you want him to fight? He's a great person, he's a boxer, but he's tied, he's handcuffed. He cannot fight, leg and foot tied somewhere. You first of all remove all those handcuffs. Now happens here, you leave him to fight. That is what we are doing. How can you say, let us attack the government, let us face the government? With what? Which mentality? If we finish talking, they will go to the church, the pastor will tell them, this world is not our home. Leave the dead to bury their dead. These politicians, leave them. We focus on God. So if you are wasting your time, say you are holding Tinubu responsible for your misery, you are in a trouble. It is the devil. Just let us cast devil. How can you treat this issue? How? Tell me. For some people that are saying, let us place our people to attack the government, the whole government responsible. But in your worship places, they tell you that they cancel everything we are talking. They tell you that how then will you be interested in fighting for this world? How? Tell me. If not that we go for that chain, that is what we do here. We go direct to that chain which is used in tying you. That is what we are doing, to untie you, so that once you are free now, you can fight. But when you are telling somebody, no, it is the government that is our problem, it is the government. Tomorrow in the church, you hope both of them will come to church and dress in white, as he used to do, or devil man used to do. He dress in white, sit down and lie down on floor. They'll say, hey, no, he will talk and say, oh God, everything is in the hand of God. It is not in my hand, though. I'm your governor, but I don't have power. Let us pray so that God will give me power to rule you. And they continue deceiving you, they tie you. We are going direct to that cord, that chain, so that we break it. So that you understand that once we disentangle you, Now anything they are doing, you are now free. You become a free thinker. You will now be able to know that, look, these people are deceiving us, so we have to fight to build our world to our test. That is the agenda we have here. That is what Mazi has instituted. He says we don't want to restore a nation of gullible people, gullible citizens that cannot be able to hold the government responsible. How do you hold the government responsible when you are the mental oblongata, your medulla oblongata is working, when your frontal lobe is working, when you are subjecting everything to reason, when if your reverend father or pastor tell you that, look, we have to pray, your problem is Satan, you say, man, shut up, it is not Satan. It is not Satan. I have learned from Radio Biafra that it is not Satan. We are the God and the Satan in this world. We are the people that are doing everything. Therefore, we have to take our destiny by our own hand. We go for the juggler, not going to preach. Okay, no. We leave religion. No, don't touch our people. Will be upset. Oh, now go for government. If you talk anything, talk kuala. Tomorrow, once they go back to that their slave place, slave house, that the Jew will only one single music and open the Bible verse, say he finish, he will stop them even from listening to you. Do you know that? I tell you that I had the people are listening to this. He didn't dare try it during the early days of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many churches started preaching again, saying, if you are listening to Radio Biafra, to that man, he is an antichrist, he is this. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Is it not the same thing that you are clamoring for today? Is it not the same thing that we should stop? Go for government. If we talk everything, the people tomorrow being Sunday, they will go, they will tell them everything you pray, they will say it's satanic. So don't listen. Pray for Nigeria. Pray, let your life be better. Pray for get a visa to miracle. One person will come. Praise God, I have a visa now. It's God that did it. They made us, programmed us into going into exile. Seeing going into exile as a miracle. Don't you see what is happening? And you said that we should not talk about it. Don't you see you are deceiving yourself? Don't you see that? Now let me go direct to the topic of my submission. As I said, the topic of the submission is the continuation of last week, religion and freedom, the second part. Now, religion inherently goes against critical thinking. The entire cohesive choice of heaven or hell don't promote freedom of thought. Without mental freedom, physical freedom remains elusive. Free thinking is punished or not allowed in most traditional religions. Are you hearing me? You don't think freely because there are no go areas where you don't say, hey, yeah, anathema. He is evil. During the olden days of Catholic, they call it heresy. That is why the whole books that didn't, align to their manipulative teachings, they burn all of them down. Only few survive it, and most of those few are in hidden places today. You can never access it. Many of them are in the Vatican. Many secret books that counter that really give the right narrative of what happened or how things happen. They have it in the Vatican and other places. But they burnt everything. Say it's a heresy. It's a heresy because they, he didn't, all those books, those narratives, true narratives, he didn't play to the type of brainwashing they want you to be for control. Do you understand? That is it. Now, you can never aspire or fight for freedom without believing in yourself. Because freedom is about self-belief, having confidence in yourself. Because once you are free, you don't need any person's control. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That is why when you study about the the slaves in America, when some of them refuse to be free, some of them, because they don't believe in themselves. They say, if we are free, what can we do? What work can we do? We cannot. They don't even know what to do. Who will they call master again? Who will give them food? Because they have been programmed to believe that they don't have self-worth. So that is why I say you can never aspire or fight for freedom without believing in yourself that you can do it. Yes, we can. Once we are free, we can. It's a challenge. We can. You are capable, you believing in yourself, your capability, and your values. That's it. These are the weapons of freedom or a free person. Do you understand? It's the weapons of a free person or of freedom. Believing in yourself, believing in your capability and your values. Because when you don't believe in yourself, when you don't believe in your values and your capability, which means you are dependent. You don't need to be free. You're a slave and you continue to be. One of the main weapons of bondage, that is, I call this bondage, I call it disarmament of capability, is religion. One of the main weapons of bondage is religion. Take it to the bank. Do you understand? You see the clip I put in preamble is one brother that make that analysis. They continue making us to beat about the bush. Oh, light and darkness. Oh, you are the person here on earth dividing who you call God and Satan. You know everything. You're dividing them without knowing that two of them works together. Even in the Bible, God will use the devil. According to the Bible you are reading, in order to tempt, to do his work, to tempt a Job, don't he? He said it, and the devil started moving. He was conversing with God. The way they put it in the Bible, I'm quoting it now in order to tell you that two of them, they are the same. But for you, let me tell you, the devil, the God you have in this world is a human being. Are you understanding me? It is human being that put things in order, that should build this world. It's our own world. Do you hear me? Now, I say one of the main weapons of bondage, the main weapons of disarmament of capability is religion. Now, as I said, the brother say, now they made you believe that these two things are different, light and darkness. You don't know that light is without light there will be no darkness. Without darkness there will be no light. What is the use? You understand? You can't describe anything again, because darkness is the absence of light. How do you know that there is light? Because there is no darkness. Do you see how they are together? They work together. You understand? Even in the book of, I think, 2 Samuel, if I'm not mistaken, when David was playing harp in front of Saul, he said, the evil spirit from the Lord. How can you interpret it? He sends evil spirits. They work together. It's only ignorance makes you. Now they tell you, now there is this God different and the devil different. So for you not to be influenced by devil, now you have to come. We have a God, a way. You follow God. Now you say, where God now? You say, okay, follow us. They concoct everything, give to you. You don't know that it's a way to control you. Now they put all those controls for you. Do you see their manipulations? Do you see it? They control that. They put everything how you do, because it is not your thing. Now they have to control. In our own cosmology, Igbo cosmology, everything works good. It's a human being that commits a crime and abomination or sin. That is why there is law. You understand? But they come to you, they say, no, this is no more the time of law. I'm telling you. Check it this thing. I'm saying now, are we okay? But you see that brainwashing right from childhood, it's not easy. It's when you come out, it tells you no, right now. Say, So I've been even practicing this thing since. Human being commits evil. You know, when you watch the mentality in Nigeria today, you will see somebody that he commits a crime. They'll catch him and say, no, it's devil. Which means he's absconding from that responsibility. Which means we as human beings, we have no responsibility. Anything that I say, no, forgive me now, is them. Oh boy, man, I forgive him now, devil now. So they carry the whole thing, give devil an imaginary devil, and the person will go with impunity. No, no punishment, nothing. That mentality is fundamentally flawed. I hate when somebody will do something after he say no, now blame devil, now devil. Devil. Which means is devil eating in you. Where is the devil? You know, little by little, our people we are marching into oblivion without knowing it. Our mentality, our mentality. Which kind of devil? You are responsible for your actions. That is why there is law in a country, in a place, in a nation. There is a law that guides everybody. If you go against the law, they give you the appropriate punishment as forgiveness. That is how it is. If there is America today that is the most advanced, one of the most advanced in the world, it has capital punishment. They sentence you to death if you commit first-degree murder. They sentence you to death. You see some people, they come, they confess that they have repented, that they have changed. They say yes. Even yes, you okay. We have seen it since 20 years. You have been. Even they will confess that this man is changed. They say yes, but the law is law. When you die now, after the repentance will continue there, no problem. But you have broken the law, and you must. That law is capital punishment. That is how it's supposed to be. But in our own, no, leave him now. Devil now. Devil, show me the devil. After carry me, show me that devil. Now, which devil? Where is him that do you this thing? Which means it's no more you. It's the devil. Oh, Chinekele. Aganeku. Our brother. Aganeku. So, this is the reason. Let me recap. One of the main weapons of bondage is religion. This is the reason why we need to first of all go for mental sanitation, which will surely mutate, showcase, or resolve into genuine physical freedom. Because without mental sanitization, genuine freedom will be elusive. You understand? This is why we will never talk of physical freedom without mental emancipation. It is impossible. Otherwise, that is it. There will be no development. No, everything, the same sentiment. Somebody will do something. Instead of punishing the person accordingly, say through the law. Say, no, leave him now. Wow, which kind of heart you have. Now, let us forgive him now, devil. And everywhere we continue being rotten. You continue living in Potopoto. Thanking God that even if the whole world is consumed in fire, that your house is being brought down. As Hope Osadima is burning people's house. Now that you have a mansion in heaven, that is the highest crime. Sadhguru said it. He's a master. He said the highest crime against humanity is telling people that there is a better place than this world. It's a crime against humanity. People don't know. Because when they brainwash you into believing that there you have a mansion in heaven, you don't care for this world. You don't care. You will not care. You will not care to build it. You will not care to hold the government responsible for anything. You will not care to follow people to protest. You say no, waiting concern me. Why I have a mansion? Do you see why we are doing what we are doing? Do you see that? Okay. The European colonizers disarmed us completely. They disarmed, complete disarmament. That is what I mean. Complete. We accepted their imposition of borders. That is number one. We accepted their imposed languages. Yes. We accepted their imposed platform for running our collective lives. That is government, which is their so-called democracy, which is a farce. F-A-R-C-E is a farce. And most especially, we accepted their imposed God. They imposed God on us, and we accept. We started going pilgrimage to outside Africa, in Asia, in Arab land, Mecca, in Jerusalem, in the same Middle East, in Rome, Europe. Now, where is your own in Africa? Which means we are Jara in this world. Is that what you are telling me? We don't have holy places, shrines to attend to. Do you know that Mecca you are going as a Muslim, for your information, that place is a pre-Islamic shrine for the indigenous people, the indigenous Arabs there. It is a pre-Islamic shrine. Now Muhammad smartly, he gathered the whole shrine, the whole deities, and put them together, build the big that big dome they call Kaaba, which people go around 7 times if we go Mecca. I am telling you, very smart. He didn't destroy their thing, no. Instead, he mutates, he changes it. Do you know that before, even Muslims were praying facing Jerusalem? Have you come across that? Do you know that? Many Muslims didn't even know this, but these are historical facts. This is where God is. Until I think 600 and a few years later, during the time of Muhammad, he said, these people are wise. They are Illuminati. Wise people. They say, no. Why are we, cherishing, promoting other person's culture, other person's thing? Say, God is in Jerusalem. We must face that Jerusalem if we are praying. He changed it. Say now everybody must face Mecca. Is where God now is. Do you see that religion is man-made? Do you know that? And it is fetching them billions and billions of dollars yearly in Saudi Arabia today, and they are enjoying it. The wisdom of one person and the few of them. Do you see that? Now you will pay a flight ticket that was millions of naira to go and pray in other people's shrine, because in your place they tell you that you are a devil. You people, you honorary, you don't have any holy place in Africa, and you accept it. You also pay to go to Rome, or now to go to Jerusalem, enter people's water, River Jordan. Hey, now River Jordan. Here is river. You know the shame. Oh, Chineke. I hear you honestly without change. Here you go without change. You pay and go there, pay for hotel, even carry the water. I says when I was brainwashed, I used to one time somebody traveled and brought River Jordan water. Hey, if they give you 1 cup to the family, I say 1 spoon, you are happy now. 1 spoon, River Jordan, other people's river. Do you see that it is brainwashing? Do you see that? Now let me continue. This is the reason why we first. Okay, now, let me continue. Believers, they turned us into believers. Okay, The European colonizers disarmed us completely. We accepted their imposition of borders, their imposed languages, their imposed platform for running our collective lives, that is government, which is their so-called democracy, which is a farce. And most especially, we accepted their imposed God. They turned us into believers instead of knowers or seekers of knowledge. Now they turned us into believers, and Nigeria today become the second most prayerful country in the whole world. What do you achieve? No electricity, because you continue praying. The energy you will use in order to come out as a people in a republic, in order to protest. No, you say go down to your knees. Some of our people, if you open their clothes and see their knees are black. The same way you see some Muslims, their forehead, that forehead is black, where they are knocking on the ground. This is the same way some of our people, because they know how to kneel down now. Instead of doing something reasonable as a human being, they kneel down. Go cry to God. That is how they talk. How we do it that time. Now I will use my name. That is brainwashing. I am telling you. They turned us into believers instead of knowers. We were knowers or seekers of knowledge. We accepted demonizing everything about ourselves, our ancestors. They programmed us to see polygamy as a sin while blessing homosexual marriage. People are complaining today. Is it not people? They programmed us into. I said they disarmed us all around with their program. Na ndị a rara ịgwa gị eziokwu ha rara ya ọrọ mkpọ. Sometimes when you check all this, you become annoyed. Only you say, what is all this? Did we come out to just accompany these people in this planet Earth? Why should we fall so low in order to allow ourselves to be programmed in this way? Why? All the kind why? They programmed us to see polygamy as a sin. Why blessing? Today they are blessing homosexual marriage. Do you know that in the next 100 years, this homosexual will be in the Bible? They will be putting it. Do you see how things enter? Do you see how, with what is happening currently in your own lifetime, you should understand what transpired even in the book they gave us for thousands of years. Changes. When they put changes, now they remove the old ones, little by little. You understand? The same way they withdraw old money, old currencies from circulation. Little by little, in a same country. I'm not talking about Nigeria. They will just make a deadline for changing of money. If you don't change your old currency till in the next 2 months, everything, it will no more be a legal tender. But in other countries, they don't do it like that. You don't even, they will announce that they change money. Yes, if you have seen that money, accept it is a legal tender. But they will not give time. Because once the old, little by little, that old currency will be entering into bank, and the bank will be taking it out, bringing the new one. Later, it can take 3, 4, 5, 6 years until everything moves out. Now you see the new currency come out. But in Nigeria, it's not like that, because Nigeria is not a country. It's just another thing. I call it another thing altogether. You know. We accepted demonizing everything about ourselves, about our ancestors. They made us forget the fact that they stole knowledge and technology from our ancestors and rebranded them to sell to us as their proper inventions. Many people don't know this. For your information, let me give you just an example. The etymology of the word chemistry. You know, you'll be there. I did chemistry. I majored in chemistry. In chemistry. You don't know the real origin of that word chemistry. Let me tell you. The etymology of the word chemistry is derived from the ancient Egyptian name of Egypt called Chem. You know that? or Kame, Khame, or Kmi, meaning blackness. That is why they refer to us, that they refer to them as the Kemet Kingdom. Kemet Kingdom. Do you remember the leaked audio of this Kunle and Alhaji? I think the second part. Do you forget? Do you remember when he said, where he said that the Igbos, they know that the Igbos are from the Kemet Kingdom or the Kemet Empire? Have you forgotten that they have the secret of the secret manuscript of this world? People hear that and they don't understand it. You don't go into deep research. You know, they conditioned us not to make researches. I mean, in religion did that. There are things you say, no, blood of Jesus, this is sin. No, I don't want to go there. You don't know that they are limiting you. They limited your capability in reasoning, in thinking. You understand? Now, that I'm talking about the etymology of chemistry. It means blackness. Because the ancient Egyptians, they are black people. Before, there is nothing like black. They call it a Kemite. I am a Kemite. Even today, they have Kemitism as a religion. And maybe that is what I'm suggesting, that even every black people call our religion Kemitism. I am telling you. Therefore, alchemy, as pronounced in Arabic, now Arab started calling it alchemy. You know, the thing they put al in every of their pronunciation. Now, alchemy. Now, therefore, alchemy as pronounced in Arabic can be seen as the Egyptian arts or the black arts. Before, this chemistry that you are seeing, it was brought up, invented, started by the old Kemites, the black people, which they call Egyptians. Now they call it black art, as they call black or magic, black witch. You see, they demonize it. Now this black art, oh. But it's today what you know as chemistry. You see that? Chemistry, from the ancient Egyptian word chemia, meaning transmutation of earth, is the science of matter. Art, that is the Egyptian, that Kemite definition is what I'm giving you. This thing, they know it before even the foundation of Greece. Because what baffles me, sometimes when you go to some etymology, they will tell you that they borrowed it from Greece. They will not tell you where Greece borrowed all these words from. Because they want you to believe that that is the source of the world. You know, they say Greece, origin of democracy, it started in Greece. These are the way they programmed everything in paper in order to program our brain. And we start believing that they are the author of everything good, without knowing that democracy started in our land, in Igbo land, by the Kemites. They repealed republicanism. You understand? You know, it is now we are opening their eyes. That is why I am proud to say that this is the era of African Renaissance, enlightenment. Please be proud to be part of this. Is a shaking world shaking event taking place. What the white people, you know, they call it the rising of the beast. That is what they put in your Bible, in Revelation, the rising of the Antichrist, 666. You don't know that they foresee, or they foresaw the rising of the black people coming back again to the arena. Now we are asking questions. We are challenging them with a superior argument. You know, lies don't stand the test of time. Do you know that? There will be a time lies expire. That is, they tell you, be careful. The 666 is the rising of the beast. They are pronouncing or predicting the rising of the black people. That will be the teaching for another day. You understand? So let me continue what I'm saying about chemistry. It is from this Kemite kingdom, Kemite empire. Other people call this chemistry that now this magic these people are doing. Now, because that time it was magic to other people, magic to the Arabs, because the Kemites are doing this. You know, they now call it black art because they don't understand it. You know, now, as I said the other day, they are putting magic or witchcraft as a curriculum in some universities in the UK. Do you know that? Today, after now, they will sell it back to you. What they call evil, magic, witchcraft, evil, suffer not a witch to live. Now they will bring it back to you, and you will now register it that they come from London. You know, we are consumers now. We are consumers, both intellectually, physically, everything. We are consumers. That is why today, let me go back. You know, let me just digress. Today I saw a news headline also. I am baffled. He said, I put it somewhere. Let me come. About lifting importation. IMF, International Monetary Fund, backs Central Bank of Nigeria's lifting of ban on importation of toothpick, cement, or other products. Do you see that? IMF. I saw the thing. I was shocked. This is why they put democracy now. They have put their man. The West have put their man, and they can give. You need to open the border so that we put even toothpick, so that if you are manufacturing the little you are manufacturing, you are producing in Nigeria, toothpick, they kill it. You will stop business and start importing, because that is where they start importing, making us more useless. You see that? The International Monetary Fund has backed the Central Bank of Nigeria for lifting limitations on 43 products previously barred from acquiring foreign money at the official window. Do you see that? They applaud him for making the worst decision. Oh, you import even toothpick. Nigeria become a dumping ground where people are not allowed to think, to make use of their brain. People should not work. People should not think, just import. It's already made. Both diseases, everything already made. How do you know? I was watching a documentary where, do you see this okporoko we are eating? For your information, it might not be palatable, but they are getting the fish in the Baltic Sea, highly polluted. This I think is salmon fish. Did they use in this okporoko? They say it is the cause, one of the highest cause of cancer, because that sea is surrounded by countries, Finland, Germany, Russia, highly industrialized countries, Sweden, and they pour every day. They contaminate that descent with heavy metal. It is highly poisonous. This okporoko I na ima ori niile na abia na our land. You know, boys start having kidney problems. Ori na before, and we don't ask questions. What is all this? It is an investigator, private investigator, started after taking samples from even the sea have been fighting for this. That Baltic Sea in northern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, yes. If from there they are fishing this stock fishing out here, but you don't know. Do we have a system of checking the quantity of toxic materials in the fish, toxic elements in the fish, like heavy metal, iodine, all these things? Do we have that? No way. Even they banned eating the fish in many places. I am telling you. But now without knowing, and now he said is the highest cause of cancer in human being. All this they ban the fish, even using the fish, some fish material to produce feed, animal feed, is banned in many countries. But because we import now, I will importers. Now can hear my containers now be every time in a month. I now as a people die because of lack of knowledge. That is it. Now Chinedu has opened the border. Oh yeah, openly. Oh yeah, even toothpick bring. Local production, local producers go to hell. and IMF, why wouldn't IMF support it? Because Nigeria is a business company. Can they do it in Japan? Can they do it in any other place? They impose high tax. If you want to bring, don't worry, but they impose high tax so that local materials, locally produced goods will be cheaper. Now if you want to bring, for example, Toyota is cheap in Japan, very cheap. Now if you want to bring Mercedes, no problem, but they impose tax so that the price will be double. Now if you want to, and every year you pay heavy tax if you are driving those foreign cars. That is how it's supposed to be, in order to encourage local production. But in Nigeria, no way, because they are targeting Igbo man. You know, they know that Igbo people, they are producers. Nigeria is being destroyed because of the hatred of the Igbos. This is a digression. Let me go back to the subject matter, please. Let me go back to the subject matter. Chemistry, they call it black art before. You understand? Now, chemistry from the ancient Egyptian world. I'm telling you, I'm making you to understand that many of this science, technology, was even invented by our people, by black race. But they cut history. If you don't study deep, go deeper than normal, you will not know all these things. You will just go Google after they will tell you, the Greece, this and that. Now you ask, but Greece, so the world ended in Greece or what? Where did the Greece copy their thing? Greece people, Aristotle, all of them, Socrates, they were students of black people, the Kemet people, the Kemet kingdom, empire. They were students. Do you understand me? Now they came. You know, Alexander the Great, he came and burned down the university, or the University of Kemet in the olden time. Where manuscripts were everywhere. He burnt it down, and they rewarded him by naming Alexandria the town to his name, Alexandria, till today in Egypt. Because that is one thing with Africa. They reward their killers, like a Port Harcourt. People that do bad things and committed atrocities, they reward them by giving their names to the cities or anything. You see that? Alexandria burned, they cutted away the ones, the books, the old manuscript they can cut away, and burnt the remaining down. And now, after they call that place Alexandria today in Egypt, where it should be removed, that name. Anyway, the people that are living there today, they are not the proper indigenous people. So they are thankful to all this Alexander the Great. They are thankful to them. So let me continue. Chemistry from the ancient word chemia, meaning transmutation of earth, is the science of matter at the atomic to molecular scale, dealing primarily with collections of atoms such as molecules, crystals, and metals. But do you know that this thing is a decree of the Roman Emperor? That Roman Emperor in 284 to 305 AD. His name is Emperor Diocletian. He written about 300 AD. in Greek. He spoke against that time, that 300 AD. He was calling the writings of Egypt ancient writings of Egypt. He was mentioning it as ancient writing, which means it was very old, thousands of years ago. This man made a decree, spoke against the ancient writings of the Egyptians, which treats the chemia or chemistry, the transmutation of gold and silver. He says black art, Chemite art. Because he said no. He spoke against it in his decree that they should not allow it. Do you see that? This shows that the Kemet kingdom, that is, black Africans have been practicing chemistry before the formation of Greece. But they will not tell you this. If you go now to Google some, they will tell you from Greece, drawn from Greek word. These are lies from the pit of hell. Greece, we ask them, where did Greece learn? They don't want to mention that the black race brought civilization in this world. They will tell you Egypt, and for people, they will see that, oh, Egypt is these people that are living there now, the Arabs. You don't know that the Arabs came there, they started invading there, 7th AD. They started invading the Kemite kingdom, the black people, the original owners of the land, from 7th AD. You don't know? Okay, it has been known as alchemia, that is alchemy, until 1530 AD, when one German scholar, George Agricole, dropped the al and simply mentioned it as chimia or chimista. You see how they change things until the present day. That is why when we are talking, if you start quoting Bible, your standard is the quoting of Bible that is everywhere, that everybody is reading. I start laughing. I say, hey, program is working. Oh, program as your only standard. Program, because things have been changed, modified as time goes on. Modified. I say a time will come, even it might not be in our generation. A time will come, homosexuality will be written openly, allowed in the Bible. They will find one way or the other to put it in the Bible. You know, by that time, the people that time will not know that it was changed. I say from now till 100 years, for you to understand that the book that was written, things change. They modify things according to one political issue or ideology, change or the other. We need to be wise. Now, let me continue. Remember, I am talking about religion and freedom. Religion and freedom. The Indian subcontinent was also colonized by the Europeans. For your information, Portugal, France, Dutch, Denmark, and England, they colonized India. There are some parts there that become Portuguese India, Portuguese phone or Lusophone. They have Francophone India. They had Anglophone India. Do you know? Just like Africa. But what I'm telling you, these are historical facts. Now you start asking, why then is India developed or developing, going great, more than Nigeria? Have you been asking yourself this question? Because it is not only colonized. They colonized them, yes, but there are things they didn't accept. That is the reason, the secret of their success. There are things they didn't accept. They say instead of us accepting it, instead you kill everybody, and they cannot kill everybody. They continue fighting. You understand? They say you can colonize us physically, no problem, but mentally we refuse. You cannot colonize us, impose on us your own ideology. It's impossible. Do you see wise people? The same colonized India rejected the European imposed borders, number one, when they were agitating for independence. India now started organizing, telling themselves, Forget about this francophone. No, you are speaking French. You are not France. You are not France. So you are in India like me. We are brothers. They started unifying their people. No more Dutchiphone. No more Lusophone. No. Now the borders being imposed by the Europeans in subcontinent of India, they fought to remove them. That is where Africa failed. Everybody was going to, hey, let me go. If Europeans go, don't worry, I will take. And they never think about the borders. Do you know one of the reasons? They were educated, all of them. They were educated in the West. Britain, France, America, all they craftily take them and re-educate them in their countries, so that they don't see the border as a problem. They don't see it as a problem at all. They don't know that it will come in future. So that Yoruba people in Togo will be calling themselves Francophone. In Benin Republic, Yoruba, the same Yoruba in Nigeria. Now Yoruba in Nigeria will be saying, no, we are Anglophone. The only continent is in Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa, not North Africa. North Africa, you cannot go there. You cannot go Morocco or Tunisia. Say, ask somebody, say, are you Francophone? He will tell you, hey, I'm an Arab. I'm a Berber. You understand? You go to Tunisia, the same thing. They are proud to identify themselves as Arab mostly. They'll tell you what is Anglophone or Francophone. Yes, we are colonized by France, but I'm an Arabophone. That is what you hear with pride. But it is only in black race. In this one, I'm Anglophone. I speak English. It become proud. You know, we are proud of stupidity. It is annoying, honestly speaking. You are speaking English, and is it your language? Now, you see how they rich people. Sometimes I just sit down because you see somebody will be talking, making sense, heavy sense, but because it doesn't, maybe there are some grammatical errors. People will now capitalize. Some people will capitalize. Nah, this man self, even in simple English, you don't even know how to speak. How? So now we bring we standardize knowledge and intelligence with the way somebody speaks foreign language. What is the definition of a stupidity? Can you tell me what more? Why can't they treat us, I mean this English, foreigners, French, how is European, why can't they treat us as they want? When we ourselves will be standardizing somebody's brain. Nah, this man is Jonathan, he doesn't speak nice English self. So it's him that will teach me. So that is why you see people lying, talking nonsense. As long as they cram dictionary, English dictionary, people clap for them. What are they talking? They don't even know. There is one they call father. I think he's late. He will start speaking jargon on social media. Nothing. People will be clapping for him. Just what did he speak? Nothing. No person understand. Do you see how we are proud of stupidity? It is mind-boggling, honestly speaking. This is a program that has been laid there. It's a program that has been laid down there. It is for us to reprogram ourselves, reverse programming, relearning. That is what we are doing. Reverse programming. It is not easy. It's the most difficult. Do you understand? And that is why some people are mad. Those that don't want the thing that we are destroying their thing, or their means of getting Arapium, they become mad. Now, why is Mazi Jonathan always religion? Because that is where the secret, the handcuff, the chain, it is mostly there. It is. Any person that is telling you otherwise is just lying to himself. You understand? Our people believe in the pastors and the GOs more than even anything. They take it as the word of God, which they don't even know. They take it. So imagine we are calling, okay, freedom. We are shouting of freedom. Hey, Nigerian government is doing all this, is doing all that, marginalization, this and that. Now they will go to their private churches. Their pastors will tell them, hey, do not follow those people. Oh. Pray to your God and ask God, is God not sustaining you? As long as you are sowing seed. Is your individual. He puts everybody into individuality. Do not follow them. This world is not our own. Any person that is holding a government responsible is nonsense. He's a devil that is causing everything. So we will use prayer to sanitize everything. This is what once they tell them this, they believe. So how then are you going to deliver this type of people if not revealing that source of chain, that chain they are having is a chain? You start revealing things that they're supposed to know in order to now open the chain by themselves, so that when that they are so called that the EGO talk, they say, hey, they challenge him. They will not be afraid of touch not my anointed. Oh, that bad thing will happen to me if I saw on one time a crook calling himself man of God. He duped to scam the one woman. Every time women are victims mostly. I don't know why. His husband was abroad, hustling, doing all kinds of nonsense jobs. Send her money to buy house. He built the house, used the house, go sow seed. Deceived by the pastor. I was watching. It is a life story. He used the house, go sow seed. The useless scammer calling himself man of God is there. He want to even sell the house. Maybe some of you watch that thing. Now the man came back from abroad. We are our house now. He start talking rubbish. Man of God tell him, if you use their house so seed, your husband will get times 10 of this. Say amen. Now this man now call these content creators to come out, because these are the people to come and expose. They went to the house and see that the idiot is there. He put the house on sale for sale. After he starts saying, are you talking to man of God? The man from abroad, man of God walking. Oh, you want to, they will like to use a psychological, they psych you in order for you to be afraid. Hey, touch not my anointed. I'm a man of God. You are a simple criminal. I don't know more. Before I say hi, honestly speaking. God. Now they carry the man. I don't know. They follow up. They carry the man to the cops because the man was there, even boasting. I'll call my lawyer. Did I force you? You sow the seed to God. Hey, Chineke. Stop being stupid, please. That is why we preach here. Any person that is telling you that this thing is not important, fight for free. You cannot fight for freedom without being free internally. You can never fight for physical freedom unless you are internally free. Now you become free physically to fight for freedom, to hold the people responsible, those that you're supposed to hold. Otherwise, anything we say here, they will block it in your churches. Yeah, that the Jew will tell you one verse and cancel it, and the whole thing you listen to, they will just block it by you are listening. No, don't follow the Bible say it and finish. That is why they deceive many of you. The DOS is bad. They sold Mazi Namdeka. Where is your proof? Elohim reveal it. Because they know that is your weak point. You are weak. Once you hear God say, you are very weak. You are very weak. Where is it? I will reveal to you my proof. And I checked the day they came. And Elohim revealed to me that the DOS. Hey, Chineke. And the people still follow. Do you see idiocy in religion? Do you see it? That without being mentally free, this physical freedom we are fighting for, you are just deceiving yourself. Because one day there's something that we make and you say, nah, that is my religion, you fall out. That is how it is. Do you understand me? Now let me continue. The same colonized India rejected the European imposed borders, but redefined and retained their original borders. They retained their languages, and more especially their tradition and culture, which is religion. You understand? These are the main components of their organic nomenclature. They modified their government to their taste, the same way the Europeans did. This is why they are treated as equals by the Europeans. Now, I will read one news for you. It's an old news from India, for you to understand why they are developed and continue developing. For you to understand why when you are sick, when you have some kidney problem transplant, they tell you they fly you to, now fly them to India or not. Okay. Do you think that they get it by magic? Is that what you're thinking? The answer is no. The answer is no. They don't get it through. There are many things that made them. And when they were suffering it, they didn't look back. They divided them, they separated themselves, they organized themselves and separated themselves accordingly. You know, I read the other time how Gaddafi in 2010, when he came to Nigeria, he saw what happened. He said, no, Nigeria, in order to make really, for Nigeria to develop, they need to separate according to ethnic lines, ethnic and religious lines. He said it, and people were cursing him. He's a Muslim, but he saw the future. He's a revolutionist. He saw the reality. You know it. You know the problem, because we cannot go together. Now, India separated, and today they have Pakistan, they have Bangladesh. Before Europe joined them together and separated the people, separated their own India, other Indians from themselves, calling them, you are French speaking, this one you are Portuguese speaking, you are Spanish speaking, you are Dutch speaking. Well, the same brother, the same way they did in Africa. India started from grassroots, and that is why they are where they are today. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That is why they are being treated as equal, because they stood their ground. They never fall for the European. Yes, they were conquered, but not complete. They didn't allow complete conquest of their mentality. They rejected many things, including religion, European religion. What many of you are defending today, India rejected it. That is why you are hustling. You are in India. There is electricity. 247 electricity there, what you can never have in your country. Now, why India is where they are today? Look at, there is this news in 2019. The news is the news of published on 30th December 2019. I want to read it a bit for you to hear. India expels a 6-year-old Spanish nun who helped the poor. Listen attentively. Government gives no reason for rejecting the visa renewal of Sister Enedina, who dedicated her life to the poor for 5 decades, 50 years in India. Now, after India government said no, we are no more renewing your visa. They didn't even give her a stay like that. Always renew her, so that anytime they want the budget, because they are monitoring her for 50 years. Now, let me read it a bit, because there's something I want to bring out. The Indian government has refused to renew the visa of an elderly Spanish nun who had worked for the country's poor for 5 decades. Country's poor for 5 decades. Sister Enedina, a sis from the Daughters of Charity congregation, had her visa renewal refused on August 11th and was then told she had 10 days to leave the country. Do you know why they did it? If it is you will start, even our people will go on protest for her. Say, no, we want sister here is helping the poor. you always have the poor, but you don't understand the damage they are causing. People that knows. They know. You understand? The India government, that is the wisdom they have. That is why India is progressing. They don't run on sentiment. Now, let me continue reading the news. Sister Mata Pradhan, head of the congregation's North India province, said Sister Enedina had been renewing her visa periodically ever since she came to Berhampur in 1965. But the government rejected it this time around. She applied online to renew her visa in the first week of August, paid the fees, and completed all the formalities. We then received the notice that she had to leave the country within 10 days. Sister Padahan told YouCanNews.com, we are not told why the visa was not renewed. The Federal Ministry of External Affairs deals with visa issues but maintains a policy that it denies visas without stating any reasons. They know. It's a state secret. They know what they know. The development comes amid criticism that the government of Minister Narendra Modi, which came to power for a second time in May, riding on a landslide for the pro-Hindu BJP party, have been supportive of hardline Hindu groups pushing to make India a Hindu-only nation. Let me tell you. Okay. This woman, this was in 2019. He has been working. Just 1 second. Sorry, we are back. So, as I was saying, India, they didn't consider, or they are not moved that, oh, this woman is working for the poor. You understand? There is one place I want to. They said the woman used to go, okay, Hindu groups have been advocated for converting Dalits and tribal people to Christianity, okay? What the Indian government saw is not about helping the poor. How many poor can she help? How many? It's the teaching. You understand me? There is a place I cannot see it because I don't want to read all. He said the woman has, okay, it is unfortunate that such a qualified and trained nun had to leave the country. Bishop Nayak told YouCan News, it is indeed a loss. We don't have many sisters qualified as doctors. Yes, they said this woman is a doctor, a nurse, and a teacher. You understand? I want to see it. The Daughters of Charity was founded in France in 1633 and is based on the spirituality of Saint Vincent de Paul. It serves through hospitals, orphanages, old age homes, and educational institutions. Do you see where the problem lies? It's not about serving the poor, feeding the poor, this and that. They will give you. But the main fear of the India is that teaching. Is a teacher. The same way Nigeria Caliphate is afraid of Mazi because of his teaching. Do you see it? That is where the problem lies. That is why, if we are talking about all these pastors, some people will come and say, but this pastor is helping people. Do you know how many people is paying their school fees? He's paying people's school fees. He built this factory. He's employing some people. Oh. I laugh. That is not the problem. How many people can he employ? The main problem is the teaching. The destruction of the brain cells. That is the main problem, the most problem. Not about feeding few people. 1,000 men, 2,000 men. Do you understand? Does it pursue poverty? No. The main problem is the brainwashing. Those people, they are teachers. The nightmare of like the caliphate is teaching. As we are talking, that is, as we are talking here on radio, here on air, that is the nightmare. Because as you are teaching, you are enlightening people. You are emboldening people to start standing tall, asking questions. It's not about the people that he feed. He feed the poor people. The most important thing is what you bring out. You will feed as a pastor. You will you employ the 200 people. Okay, working in one thing or the other, in your aquarium, in your farmland, in this. Okay, you are paying them, no problem. What about what you are dishing out, the teaching you are dishing out from your mouth that are consumed by millions of people? That is where the problem is. It's not about what you are giving out, that there are crumbs you are giving out. That is why what one of our brother is doing is great. It's not about Igbo love themselves only. It's about the telling people that, look, the problem you are having is this. Look at revealing secrets, opening people's eye. That is the most important food you can consume. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And that is why India government refused this woman. They know that he is causing a damage that can last forever. By turning people, use carrots, give them food, now start preaching to them that there is one man that died 2,000 something years ago in one of our land. He is white, so he will save you if you believe. The problem is causing outweighs 1 million times the little help is doing. That is how they roll. If it is in our land, they will say, no, he's doing good job. They will not understand the enormity of the damage that is causing, because they are controlled by their stomach. But India is wise. India government is wise. It's not like Africa. Do you see where do they talk about it? If it's in Africa, because Africa, like Nigeria is only dependent on Western aid and help. They will cajole them. Hey, I said, don't give that woman visa. Renew her visa. Otherwise, we will not give you this millions of dollars which you pocket. Remember what he can buy for you. Remember private jets and mansions everywhere. How you can enjoy with the money. And they will do that. They will say, okay, they will renew the visa. Oh, they will write, the woman is helping poor people. You always have poor people. The problem is not that food you give to them. The main food is what they consume mentally. That is it. You understand me? What the teaching you bring out is the main thing. That is the bone of contention in Mazi Kano's case, in our Onyendu's case, because Britain is afraid of him opening our eyes. But they are late. They are late. You understand? So this is the reason why India is developing today, and you are not. You have electricity, you have not, because they rejected all these things. They are colonized. They redefined and retained their original land borders. They retained their language, and more especially, they retained their tradition and culture, which is their religion. They didn't go start every year in Ganges River. They go for purification, their pilgrimage in their river. Do you see that? But where you go, your pilgrimage is either in Mecca or in Jerusalem or in Rome. Do you see the difference? Do you see the reason why you are brainwashed? Why you don't have electricity? Why you cannot hold your government responsible? because you cannot do it. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your values. You believe every time our ancestors, they killed twins. And I ask, even if this thing is true, which is not, which people, what of the Dutch people that ate themselves? What about it? No, they don't. They only make you capitalize on one blasphemy, one propaganda. You continue capitalizing. Leopold that killed 15 million people, no, is a saint. But your poor ancestors, that is part of you, you are part of them. You always cajole them. Before you know, you start to cajole. No, they are the cause of our problem. Your ancestral cause. You are the cause. You are a cause yourself. Not our ancestors. You are the cause. You are our ancestors. You understand? It's a program. I used to call it a program, and that is what it is. Because once you touch somebody, no in-depth analysis, nothing. Bring out the same program. Our ancestors, the same thing. Go meet another, the same thing. Because it's a program, a virus they infused, and you don't want to change it. You cannot, because you are just a robot. You are robotic. They program you, and you continue vomiting. You don't think. Robots don't think because they are programmed already. They don't think. They don't reason. So once you on them, bam, they start saying the same thing. The same thing, they repeat it. Where is your proof? Any in-depth analysis? No. It's like that. The way I say it is like that. We are no more in the era of belief. We are in the era of learning, enlightenment, asking questions, subjecting everything to the altar of reason. That is where we are. The main purpose of religious imposition is subjugation, control, and conquest. The same way they use Christianity to weaken our spirit of fighting back, while supporting and empowering non-Christians over us. There is one video somebody sent to me. I watch it. I think in part of Delta, I don't know whether it's in Warrior or where Muslims, they block roads praying. And one poor guy with his keke, he said, but why now? Why this? Now, wow, this thing is not good. Why they come here, they block road, they say you are praying. Why not pray? Immediately they finish praying, they go and attack the poor boy. And his fellow Christian brothers, everybody is hiding in his shop. They break your spirit of fighting. They weaken you. No, even they will start blaming the guy. Maybe they will kill the guy. You see, at least Muslims, they are empowered to fight. We Christians, they tell you, even if they slap you here on the other side. I don't know these people that are defending all these things. I don't know the morality they have or moral justification. I cannot understand, honestly speaking. It baffles me. It baffles me. Because if you are not even preaching what that Bible say, if they slap you on the other side, which means you are not a Christian, you are against Christianity, because that is what he preaches. That is what weakened us, having this mind, method mind. Hey, at least the Muslims, they rise up, they fight. Physically, they take law into their hand, which is normal for human beings to react. But you, they make you weak. They weaken you. No. Yes, you see the person, after they go night vigil, start praying, start crying. That's why they burn churches everywhere in Nigeria. Nothing happens, because they know we are weakling. They know that the Europeans have used Christianity and exploited Christianity. Don't exploit, and they disarmed it. They brought it to you as chaff, disarmed it for you, saying no more. By that time, they have had another option. That is government, strong government, which galvanized their people together. But you depend on Christianity for galvanization. They say, no, if they slap you here, turn the other side. Which kind of people can that is why even the Europeans, so we that are Christians, following them as fools, they support other religion to massacre you. Don't you see that? They support them to massacre you because they know that they say you are using chaff. They use what they have used and they remove it become chaff. They brought it to you and you are still foolish using it. That is the way they look at you. How many times they kill Christians everywhere in the north? Shoot out everywhere, even in the whole of Nigeria, even in southeast, in the so-called southeast. What happened? Nothing. They will catch a reverend father, cut off his neck by terrorists. Nothing will happen. People will start praying. We pray. Let us. Is this a human being? Are we human beings at all? This is what we are trying to change, this status quo, and let us go to our normal selves, our original self of resistance, in order to fight. This is our value. It's not this thing they brought to us less than 200 years back. That he made us so weak. Everything we now table it to God in prayer. Which kind of God are you tabling in prayer? What of those people that are fighting? Who created them? Let me ask you, who created them? Let us be reasonable, honestly. Let us be reasonable. Let me conclude by saying the main purpose of religious imposition is subjugation, control and conquest. The same way they use Christianity to weaken our spirit of fighting back, while supporting and empowering non-Christians over us. Being proud of who we are, our tradition and culture is a stepping stone to genuine freedom. It is high time we first of all regain our freedom from this religious domination and conquest, from mental colonization, and this will automatically lead to fighting to retake our physical freedom. Do you know that if we are a collective, a people collectively reasonable, I say collectively reasonable. Listen to my phrase, because there are few individuals that are reasonable, but I mean collectively reasonable. Do you know that after the Biafra war, we Biafrans, mostly Igbos, should have even massively removed ourselves from Christianity? You know that? You know, some people will come and start telling me, no, Reverend Father, they help us, so they help us. Not individual helping, institutional helping. I'm talking. Stop that nonsense of this Reverend, the Reverend Father of Saint Jack. They contributed money and flew in Garega bond for us. It's not about individual helping. After all, there are other people that helps, not on religious, but it's individual. I mean institutional. People look at till today. You have Anglican in our land. It's a slap in our face. I am telling you, it's a complete slap in our face. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we talk. After all, he's saying he's a mother. Now can he image Queen of England as rapper that time? I could remember I used to talk it. You understand? If we are collectively reasonable people, at least, let me say at least, we would have banned even Anglican church in our land, in the whole of Igbo land. You know that? But you know, as I said, we cherish our killers. After we continue, we are sending money to England, calling Chineke. Let me stop here, please, because sometimes the annoyance cannot even allow you to speak out. I will stop here, and I will go into few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start talking. Please do not go away. I will be right back. Don't go away.
simple way of how they manipulate our life. Very simple way of how they put us in a program, put us in a matrix. And we keep on living our life thinking that we are living life in His fullest without even thinking that we are living another person's reality. Why do you think that they separated God and the devil? Let me really tell you the truth. The most unreasonable sentence I have heard from people is when they say light and darkness have nothing in common. God and devil have nothing in common. So if God and devil have nothing in common, then what is God if it is not the absence of devil? And what is devil if it is not the absence of God? These people differentiated this one entity. This thing is one entity. I'm going to say it again. The God and the devil is one, not two. Because if God is so powerful the way you people are talking about it, why have God not killed the devil? If the devil is so powerful, why have the devil not killed God? But it seems like two of them are kind of coexisting. And the existence of God is dependent on the manipulation of the devil. And the manipulation of the devil is dependent on the existence of God. So what it means is this: if we remove the devil from the context, then God have no meaning. Because the only reason why we revere God, the only reason why we worship God, the only reason why our mental state is aware of God is because our mental state is aware of the devil. So if we remove devil from existence, then we don't need God. So what these people did is this: for them to make sure that there is a constant existence of God, they have to make sure that there is a constant existence of the devil. So they differentiated it. They brought out the devil from God, and they brought out God from the devil. Now they differentiated it. It becomes a two entity. Now they now tell you that for you to escape the wrath of the devil, for you to escape the clutches of the devil, you have to come to God. Do you see what they did there? For you to escape the clutches of the devil, you have to come to God. And for you to come to God, you have to come to us so that we can tell you how you can come to God. So when you get to them, they now give you the commandments. They now give you the books you need to read. They now give you the doctrines you need to obey. They now give you the guidelines that you need to obey. Telling you that these guidelines, that all these books, that all these things are from God. But where is God? They can't see God. Where is God living? They don't know. But for some reason, they have every single word of God in a book. They have every single guideline on how you can go to God. But yet, they can't see God. In the ancient African spirituality, there is no idea like the devil. This idea of the devil was given to us by these Europeans, by these Arabs, so that we can actually run to the God that they gave us. Because they know that if they tell us about a devil that kills, that murders people, that brings poverty, that brings hunger, that brings this, that brings that, if they tell us of a devil that brings negativity, the human mind naturally will start looking for something to protect them from the devil. Then they will not give you God. And when you are coming to that God, they will not give you their own rules that you need to obey. And that is what is happening now.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu Province of Biafra. Our lines are now open. Our lines are now open. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Let me repeat for the third time, please. +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us. I used to say you can call us and make your opposing argument. It doesn't mean that we are fighting. Please do not feel that maybe when I call Mazi Jonathan now and make my another and disagree on what he said with these reasons, he will say that people will say that I'm fighting, I'm against Biafra. No, please. That is why I don't like if somebody even make opposing argument after people will start calling to attack him. You know, we grow up all the time. Before it was like that, but now I don't support it. You understand? Because it will discourage others from calling. We learn from each other. You understand? So what I solicit is simple, civilized debate and argument, so that we learn, not arguing for arguing's sake. I hate arguing for arguing's sake, so that just my voice will be more than Make points, bring out reasons. Now you allow me also to make my points. Now the people judging will be the listeners. I don't know. I have callers already, but I don't know what is my WhatsApp doing. Is there any caller on WhatsApp? Can you hear me, please? You're the first caller. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Let me see. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller.
Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Please go on. I don't know why the other person is not.
Mazi. My name is Mazi Chinedu. I'm calling from Nigeria. I'm calling from the zoo. Yeah. Mazi, I appreciate what you've been doing. We appreciate the lectures you're giving. And we want to say that we pray that God Almighty will give you the wisdom to, orchestrate these things in a way that it will sink in people, and we don't filter the negativity of what you're saying and then leave the point you're trying to make. The reason I'm saying this is, you just made mention of the Anglican Communion. In as much as I know that religion is a very delicate matter, I would like to advise that you tread carefully when it comes to religion, because the messages you're trying to pass, they are very valid messages, but with the mindset and the level of the recipient, they might not be in that position to understand your criticisms on these things, your valid criticisms. So my suggestion is that you should, when you want to win somebody over, you want to get somebody over to your side, you have to do it with soft peddling. You have to do it with care. So it's just a suggestion. When it comes to religion, Biko Kaiji and why or not, Biko. I don't know if you're hearing me.
The whole world is hearing you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no, don't go, please, don't go.
I'm with you.
I had a reference you made about because that is what I said about Anglican direct. I didn't mince words, and I will repeat it to you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Mazi, let me say this. Imagine people that directly supported our massacre. Britain, millions of us starving, being killed, but they are the head of they are the head of our church, the church we are attending and sending money. Mazi, how do you want me to soft pedal on them? How else? Do you know that it is because of the Jewish Holocaust no matter that they are not compatible. I mean, the Jews of Europe, the Israelis you are seeing today, they are not compatible with the religion of European religion, to say. Now that that Holocaust made steered the world into helping them to get their country. What is different in our own? People that spearheaded our massacring, and the then Prime Minister of Britain said that the dead bodies of thousands of Biafrans or Biafran children will never sway or stop their policy on Biafra. Now, how do you want me to soft pedal? Please, can you educate me or educate the whole people? Please, let me hear.
Yeah. Mazi, what the point you're making, everything you're saying is correct. My point is, now, you have said this thing about the Anglican Communion. Even to an extent, they used to call it Church of England Anglican Communion and all that. So we know that there is a history behind this. These people are the ones that enslaved us and did so many things to our ancestors. But the point you're coming from, a novice will not understand that there's a history. So when you say these things about, for instance, about
Mazi, sorry, are you using earpiece? You remove it. I want to capture whatever you are saying. The whole world is listening, please.
Okay. It's on speaker.
Okay, now it's clear. Yes, it's clear.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, very clear. Go on now.
Okay, sir. So what I was trying to say is that, this is a broadcast, and some people can come into the broadcast at any time. Some can come 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even just speak 5 seconds of your broadcast, and that's it. They might not get the diluting details of what you're trying to say. So this fact, I want to say that you talked about the Anglican Communion, yes, but somebody like Moses will just hear the criticisms that you have just made without knowing about the history of the humiliating things that their ancestors did to our ancestors and even are still doing till today. We'll just pick that criticism and run with it and say, they are criticizing church, But it takes somebody with in-depth knowledge to understand where you're coming from and the message you're trying to pass. So again, sir, Mazi, because ihe na-achọ ihe oge wo gịnị ekwe ihe ndị biko ji ya nwayọ enwere level mmadụ ga-eru, enwere level anyị ga-eru gịgwa anyị otu ọbụla ejiri chọọ egwu anyị ya. I know some of these things are boiling within us, and there's no way we can pass this message than to just pass it as it is, undiluted. But because so many people are still trying to get over. So when we start criticizing and talking religion furiously, we might just lose a lot of them. So it's a suggestion, man.
I know. I love what you're saying. There is no problem about it. But because I want us to be making our points clear, when you say we soft pedal, know how to talk it. So here dilute where what we are saying the reality. Now I be praise where Anglican Church for killing us. Anyway, they tried. They brought wait, I'm coming. They brought sugar. At least there is an Anglican Reverend Father that brought sugar for us during the war. So we have to. Mazi, is that what you maybe try to envisage? Because when you say some people, you start from yourself. You understand? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started talking, in a revolution, you don't need political missing words. Otherwise, you compromise everything. You need to bring out facts as it is. I keep on repeating. Let me hammer it again on the Anglican. Any person that say he listened to maybe 2 minutes and now go. It is his own, because he wants to be mischievous. There are some people, when you say, even from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have been doing it. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say something, they will just cut 30 seconds of his statement, incomplete phrase.
Yes.
Is are you insinuating that we shall, because of those people that are doing all these things, let us go down, not preaching as we do now? Let us follow the normal political system that we are killed, but anyway, let us forgive them. That is what is for you. Don't say for people. For you. Is it what you are talking about?
Okay, Mazi. If I understand you clearly, I should talk for myself.
Yes.
I'm not against the criticisms. What I'm trying to say is, for the criticism should come, but should come on the basis of facts, basis of details. Now, if I don't understand where you're coming from, I ordinarily might take offense. If I'm a leader in the Anglican Communion and I don't know this history that you're presenting, I will take offense with you and I won't want to listen to it. I'm not saying that if I turn it off that they've lost somebody in the race, in the fight against this zoological republic that we are in. I'm not saying that, but you definitely get someone even better. But what I'm saying is, let the facts be laid. Let history be made. This is what we did for us. This is what it brought to as an Anglican church. This is what they represent. It's the same people that brought this, that did that. It's not enough. Somebody hears that and you're wise enough. Our face and all that. Those are really not necessary, honestly. If we just state the facts, state history as it happened, whoever that hears it and doesn't run with that is likely to be called a foolish man.
So I didn't state the fact that Britain killed us.
I understand where I'm coming from. You have stated the fact. That's what I'm saying.
Allow me
Mazi,
to also.
Hello?
Yes. Allow me to.
Can I go ahead?
You have allow me to hear me too. When you talk about stating the fact, is it a hidden fact that we are slaughtered by the caliphate with direct British weapon and direct support, which made Frederick Forsyth? He was a journalist in BBC. He came to Biafra. He was sent to cover the Biafra War that time.
He wrote a book,
Yes, Frederick Forsyth. Now, when he came, the stories he was bringing out, the news, the facts he was bringing out of how things are happening, they were not airing it, they were changing it. And he was annoyed and said, why are you changing? They told him, look, this is how we want you to be reporting like this. You know what he did? He flew back to London and he resigned. Listen, he resigned. He said he cannot be manipulated. He can never change the fact and reality in order to suit the government, his own government. These are individuals that have conscience. He resigned from BBC and now came back to Nigeria as an independent journalist. He from Lagos, he now smuggled and entered the Biafra side to see for himself, now to make reports as an independent, not as a BBC reporter. And when you read his account, you cry. All these things they did to us, everybody knows. Everybody know. Is that what I'm going to start painting? That no, because it concerns Anglican Church. Who the head of Anglican Church? Who is he? Is the British monarch. Now our people are still going to that place, putting their money, contributing money, going to our killers. Now, do you want us to be saying here that no, it's good, it is your choice, so it's religion, so that we don't upset some people? Is that what you're saying, Mazi? Please round up and so that, because people are calling.
Okay. Okay, Mazi, thank you very much for that. First of all, it was Church of Church of England Anglican Communion. But I think recently they changed it to Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. That is not a basis for anything, though. What I'm saying is these things that we hear on Radio Biafra, the events that happened before our time, that happened during the Civil War, we hear them raw on Radio Biafra. We hear them undiluted on Radio Biafra. It is quite encouraging. It's astonishing to hear some of these things come from us that we have no knowledge about. And the history that we learn today is something that is given to us by foreigner. And the ones that happened before our time, most of them were not documented. But with the presence of Onyendu, we have gotten to learn a lot. We've gotten to know a lot. So my Mazi, you are doing perfectly well. And I hardly can say that I can even measure to the 1/10 of what you're doing if I get into this position to do what you're doing. So please, you're doing well. Even you are making these things clear. Make them clear. Whoever that wants to take it and analyze it should take and analyze. Our duty should be to make this event known. What happened to our people known. Reason who doesn't want to reason left for the person. Mazi, thank you very much, sir.
There were. Thank you, Mazi. We must continue. We will never shy away from saying it as it is. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something when he was talking with late Imam Mazi, late Barrister Imam Mazi at the early time. He said something one day. He said, any day we start missing words on Radio Biafra, let us, so that we can please some set of people, so that we can, people's sentiments will not be injured. He said that day, I am telling you. So this is a revolutionary radio. We don't mince words. We cannot, because of maybe somebody will get. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing it like that, we wouldn't have come out even. We'd be thinking that is a joke. You understand? So that is the thing. We need to expose the facts, the reality as it is. We cannot be contributing money to our killers. It doesn't matter they change it to Church of Nigeria in England or Church of England in Nigeria. It doesn't change a thing. Even it makes them continue seeing us as fools, gullible fools, to continue even supporting our killers to kill us because they feel that we don't know nothing. We are foolish. Massive resignation is what we do, at least from Anglican Church, because they slaughtered us. The government who is the head of Anglican Church will slaughter us directly and openly. They didn't hide it. Why should we hide our disdain? Because maybe some people going to Anglican Church will not feel offended. Caller on signal. Thank you for holding on. Caller on signal. Go on, please. Anglican Church. Caller on signal off your. Please go on. Off your system. Go on.
Yes. We have listened to you very well. We listen to you very well, and it's true. Because the same Christianity that we practice told us that it's only truth that will set us free. And when you go by the truth, you will be free. Both spirit, physical, and academic. All way or around all your life, with the truth, you will be free. In this kind of case, everything that you said about all these religion people, we was born and brought up in a Christian family, Christian society, like others do in a Muslim society, in a Muslim house. So everything that we are talking about Christian today, we as a Biafrans, Igbo that we are, it's not a thing that is hiding for us. And it's not a thing that somebody will say and we can't be looking at it whether it's true or not. The only people that look it in one way, whether it's true or not, is the people that refuse to believe the truth. Because anything that you believe, people telling you something and that thing is lie, and someone come tomorrow and tell you different thing, you will be seeing that person don't know what he's saying. From example that you make a point about the way the Europeans or the way the white people try to put things in order in a way that gradually the thing will become our way of life. From example, in a prayer in Roman Catholic, if you are a Roman Catholic that listening to my voice, you will understand when they change the prayer, they told you that don't say, don't lead us into temptation. You see how they change it? Don't lead us into temptation. They change it to switch you for the day that we are today. The way that the people are reasoning today, that's what made them to change that prayer in that point. They tell the Roman Catholic, as we are Roman Catholic, they tell us we're not supposed to be praying, don't lead us into temptation. You see how they change it? When you go to the Roman Catholic today, nobody sing and pray in that manner again. Don't lead us into temptation. Everybody have changed the what the Pope, the people that command says, that's what they are saying today. That means if you are a religion mind, you don't have your own mind to reason. You cannot ask a question, because when you ask a question, you become a devilish man. Just like a Christian that I born and I brought up and I become. Anytime you ask a question on all this matter that is rising since Mazi came to open our eye, to make us to ask a question, every Christian as an Igbo man now scared, even scared to listen to Radio Biafra because of all these questions and analyze. You see? So everything that we are hearing in Radio Biafra is pure truth. You know why? Most of us cannot call, and most of the religion leaders or religion children and the people that they believe that what they read in the Bible or what the Pope or pastor told them is true, they cannot call and ask a question because they see it to be a devil, something that is the devil that is worrying us. Why? The Bible have already told us that it's only the truth that will set us free. This is the truth that we are hearing in Radio Biafra every day. And when we hear it, we come out, we analyze it with the life that we are living since we was born till today. We find out that it's truth. It's truth. Because when you go to, from example, you go to Vatican, you see the whole arms, the whole thing that they pack to Vatican, and they refuse to burn it, and they use it to do one thing or the other. That happened in Nigeria. In these few days, there's one Reverend Father that having another problem with his Oga in Igbo land. The man went to pack all the whole arons of people and put it in a one house. He said that he want to build a museum for all those arons, that he will not burn them, that people will come to be looking at. How can you carry arons of people and put in a museum? People will come there to come and be doing what? This is the system of the Europeans. The way they do us, the same thing that our people still using and manipulating us. You see all those arons, they are there today. It's a Reverend Father. All those arons that they collect from people's hand, why he did not burn it? What did those arons do to him? Nothing. It's only because of this kind of practice of religion that it did not belong to us. That is what destroying our communities today. But our people, most of us understand. Most of us are listening, and most of us are aware. And we believe and pray. Let this continue and until Biafra come. Because when Biafra come, it will be another set of talk. because this education that white people bring to us, their system of education must surely change. Because we will go to school, our children will go to school and learn what concerns us and research our own problem. What is our problem and what is concerning us? That is what then we learn in the school. Not to be here and be learning something that happened in Texas 1905, something that happened in France 1985. And we refuse to learn something that happened into our land in 1905 or 1855. We refuse to learn it, and they refuse to teach us. That is where all our confusion come from. But here we are in the Radio Biafra. That is where we speak the truth, and this is where we hear the gospel. That's where we always run every Saturday to come to this Radio Biafra that open our mind.
Ndewo. Please conclude. Many people are calling.
I was touched. I'm always shake about it. But today is no more, because I have accepted the truth and live on the truth and research to know what is transparent between us and the rest of the world. And I come to understand the question that I have been asking, why the white people make us to be a little sheep that they can kill us without nobody say anything. I come to realize and understand by listening to Radio Biafra. This is where I know why the white people take us like a sheep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. We must continue. Gone are the days when we don't ask questions. We simply believe and accept everything. It is what put us in the shithole we are in today. We accept. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Please, let us be making it as brief as possible so that I can take as much call as possible. Please, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, please go straight to the point.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening.
There, Mazi.
My name is Obin. I am calling from Biafra land. The Paragon one name. They do English and I don't know.
Call anyone you can speak and call one. No, so no problem. Call in, so you don't need permission. Go on. If you call from whether you are from Urobo Biafran, if you can speak Urobo, speak. Joe, you don't need permission. Continue now, so your people are hearing. Go on, Mazi.
They me one day. Oh, Mazi, kita ibem tori go ebe one so maka okwu okwu. O no different of that no okwu ya. Efe ahụ mekwara na mgbe o nwere otu ife omume ma Mazi alọzi mewere maka gụnwa na otu Mazi ọwụ menwe ike ịrụta afọ eketa. Site n'ife omume ahụ Mazi alọzi ejiwere maka gụnwa na Mazi ahụ ọdụkọt na-ewu dọkịta ma ọ nwere taịtụl enwere onwe ya na nwanne anyị nwoke abụ ụzọ gbọọ gịta na ndị nke ọzọ kpọkwara na Satọde ọwụ na ị na-emekarị mmemme maka okpukperechi a maka arụ a ndị ọcha butere anyị si n'okpukpere. O nwere otu ife nchọpụtara na mana tupu ana m ekwu ife m chọpụtara na o nwere okwu ọmụmaatụ m chọrọ inye na eweta m mgba ipere mpe ọfụma na-eme egwuregwu nke anyị ji wụrụ ụmụazụ nwetachigide egwuregwu ihe merụ ahụ nwere ike n'obodo ibu anyị nata anyị ezowe ahụ anyị merụrụ anyị achọ ka nna anyị mara maka anyị maka otu were asa ọnya anyị zogide ya ezogide o nwezi ka anyị ezogide ebe ha gaziri abịa dịka orere mba ọnya ahụ anyị arụwazi ụkwụ ahụ arụwa mgbe ahụ mpa anyị abịafụ ọnya etu nna m dụghara mpa anyị si asa ọnya mgbe ahụ n'osi mmiri ọkụ ahụ ya dị ezigbo ọkụ sụchasịcha ọbịbịa wetata owe gbapụta ya na ife ọya gbapụta ya na ife iji wereta ihe mmiri ya ukwu aka enweghị ike na-aba n'ime mmiri ahụ den werezie tọwel ahụ were mmiri ọkụ ahụ were mmanwụ agha n'ọnya ọya asagide ọnya ije mee na ọgbọ onye tọrọ gị na onye ahụ isi n'azụ nwụchie gị aka gị abụọ ọ ya asagide gị onye ahụ sachapụsị ihe onye ahụ abịa na nwere ụdị ọbara ọzọ ya adazi na agba ọbara ahụ ezigbo ọbara ya wụta ife ọ chọrọ iji ekwu onye ahụ wụkwasa n'ike ya ife mere njem atọ ahụ na itowu nsogbu ndị ụfọdụ ndị be anyị na ozi ọma ozi ndụ a ikwutere anyị maka ideology ndị ọcha gbọrọ Christianity ha gbọrọ Christianity butere anyị itowu nsogbu ụfọdụ ndị be anyị mere na-eme ha bịa ha dịka ha na-ayọ anyị ka eji nwayọ ọ bụrụ na ha ghọta ozi na-ezi eziokwu ị na-ekwu maka ife ị na-ekwu ha ghọtara adị ama na ife niile ị na-ekwu eziokwu kama na ife wu nsogbu ha ụjọ achọpụtara m ya n'ụjọ ndị ọ dịghị mma maka ụjọ ahụ ya eme anyị nwere onwe anyị anyị ezu oke ụjọ ahụ ya eme anyị na ife tara anyị dịwere anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ taa nke anyị ji wụrụ mba o yi eme anyị anọgide n'ọnọdụ ahụ anyị isi n'ọnọdụ ahụ were pụọ o ife nchọpụtara amụnụ m na ụjọ anyị mere se ejezi na Anglican maka ife ha mere anyị amụm na ife ụjọ imere se ejezi na Anglican ndị Britain ihe ọwụrụ ikekwe ọwụrụ ha nwe ndị enye anyị nwere onwe ịbịasịkwa anyị ejezi na Anglican na onye ọ na-ya ekweta eji maka ha ezi anyị nwere onwe ọ dị very wrong. Onye ndu nwere mgbe ọ na-eme broadcast onye ndu say if you have a tumor, the only thing you can do to that tumor is cut that tumor out and it will heal. You'll be free from the pain and the trouble that tumor will be giving you. So ife m ji na-ekwu okwu ahụ na ogbugbo nyebu nsogbu anyị maka na nke eziokwu ife gbasara arụ obere Christianity butere na anyị ịtụpịa wee tapịa ọ dịkwa ka onye wekwa ife karịkwara 100 years ọzọkwa tupu osi anyị n'ime pụọ maka nke ahụ ife nchọrọ ịtụ na nchịkọta okwu m owu ndị be anyị ayọ ka m na-arịọ onye ọ na-wepụ ụjọ n'ime gege ịnwụ n'ife dịka ụjọ ọ bụ na mmadụ nzuzo ma mmadụ mee iberibe n'ife dụara anya ife ya emeteghị onye ahụ wee sonye ha nna anyị makwa na nwere ike ije gwawa ya n'ike ọ dịka anyị asị mana ị agwanaghị onye ahụ na o mere iberibe ndị ya bịata onye ahụ nna n'imere ọfụma kerịta mmadụ isi ụrụta anyị n'ihu na ndụ a mgbe na onye ahụ mejọrọ ife nweghị ike ime ha ọnụ isi onye ahụ na ife ime dị n'imeta ha so ife nna ya ndị be anyị onye ọ na nwee ndidi ga-ewege ntị na-anụta okwu eziokwu ndị anyị niile ewepụtara anyị na-enyere anyị aka na ndụ ọ na wuru nwa ya wepụ ụjọ o sokwa n'otu nwere onwe ha na-ekwu okwu ekere ka anyị esi were na anyị chọrọ Biafra ka anyị nwere onwe anyị wụ ndụ anyị obere Chukwu nyere anyị then ife anyị na-ebutezi nwere onwe ahụ ihe ezu oke ihe eme ka anyị zuo oke na nwere onwe ahụ mgbe ọ na-ekwute na ya emetụ ọ na-afụ anyị ụfọ na-afụ anyị ụfọ onweghị ka nwere onwe anyị esi were bịa ndọcha metara anyị arụ mee anyị ihu na azụ mee anyị elu na ala abịakwa ya ejekwa jikwa jide wurukwu nwaanyị tụwukwa n'otu ife na ha butere anyị bidoro anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ taa onwe ka o si aga maka nke ha rịọ m narịọ ndebe anyị ụwa niile a ndị niile na-ege gị ntị gị Mazi Jonathan na nwoke dị mma Chukwu oke jikwuru Chukwu ụmụ Igbo maka na mba ọbụla nwere chi nke ha o nwere muvi ndị India nene n'afọ muvi ha Krishna Krishna that movie ọ kụziri m ọtụtụ ife based on ife na-ada akụzirikwa isi na muvi ahụ were mmụta ọtụtụ ife mba ọwụna nọ n'ụwa Chukwu oke mba ọwụna nọ n'ụwa nwere Chukwu nke ha and Chukwu ha na-anụ asụsụ ha Chukwu ha na ọma ha ka ha siri ede nke isi atụ m n'anya n'ụdị na mmejide mmakpọ Jizọs mgbe Jizọs amam onye Jizọs ọ ndị ọcha butere maka ha soro gwakọgide wee bupụta ekpọ ya Jizọs aha bụsị nna ha bichara bifọrọ m ana chọpụta ụdara chọpụta ọha chọpụta elu chọpụta ana wee dewere mwere nna asị na ha kpere arụ jezie makọ Jizọs ma nke ka ndụ m esi ya aga ka nke ha na-eme na-ege nna aga ndị wepụ ụjọ ka nwere onwe anyị were zuo oke
ndewo thank you. We must continue. Caller on Ima onye I preach here with common sense. Nothing all what common sense in yoga reason it, remove every sentiment. Just use this natural God-given brain. Reason now know whether what we are saying here it is normal. Because we preach fact and figures, nothing more. Common sense only. Caller on signal. Please, welcome to the program. Go on, Mazi. Let's be making it as brief as possible, as I said.
There,
Mazi, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, all over the world. My name remembers in Kwachimezia wisdom. If I'm a Hajima is in Imo province, Biafra land. Mazi, what we are saying is entering. Even here we are. The people they are waking up. Everybody have found out that religion is a scam. Mostly Christianity is a scam. It's what they have used to brainwash us.
Mazi, let me say something here. We are talking to millions of people. It doesn't. There is a way we should be. We should not be over blunt, no matter what. Please, we should not be over blunt. No matter how I like what I said, I specifically gave example about Anglican Church. Let us not overblow issues, please. No matter what, we have people that when you openly say some things, you have to also think about the sensitivities of people. When you talk about what I said, what I maintain what I said about mostly Anglican Church. These people killed us. That is my reason. We resign from normally, but nobody should even be going to Anglican Church because of what they did to us.
I'm on call. That's I'm not answering. I will.
You understand? So that is what I'm saying.
Yes,
so please, let us not be blunt on general. Make it general. No, it will become insultive. Please, let us be reasonable. Go on, please.
Mazi, is true, but what we are saying, Christianity make us, we are not reasoning, no. Like, how can we believe that God that have given us everything will also come and give us electricity? When we are the people that are supposed to produce the electricity, which He gave us the knowledge to produce it by ourselves. We are waiting for God to come and give us electricity. When the government that's supposed to put electricity are there, they say we should not hold them responsible. That we should go and pray to God, that God will give us light. And the reason is that these pastors knows that if we pray for now to thy kingdom come, we can never get electricity from these people. We must use our hand to produce electricity. How can we be waiting, going to church, praying like work? Government need to provide, a factory that people will work. In Nigeria, they convert the church that's supposed to be a factory. In fact, they convert a factory to be a church. And people go to factory where to go and pray instead of going to factory to go and work. These are the things we are talking about. Like here, yesterday I was discussing with somebody. The person told me a lot of things. He's like a pastor, but he said that he's no more that he's not pastoring again. The eyes of people are opening because what we are seeing is really
Mazi.
on this earth.
Okay, go on.
That's what we are saying. Yes, that's what we are saying. The heaven is on earth, and not that we are expecting another heaven. We are not expecting any other heaven. Here is our heaven. And there is something I read. If we know that we will die and reincarnate and come back to this world, why can't we make this world a better place? So that when we come back in our next life, we enjoy it. And how can we do it? Is by the ways of reasoning, is by knowing who we are, going back to our root, doing things the way we're supposed to do it. Like what you said. Okay, the Anglican Church they gave to our people, which is the Church of England. England are the one that officially
they masterminded the killing, our slaughtering, the genocide in our land. And anytime the worst part of it is that anytime that this thing is being raised up on United Nations ground, England will counter it. About the Biafran genocide, they will counter it. But these are people that we are still contributing money in Anglican churches and sending to England. calling them, it beats my understanding. They take us as foolish people. I am telling you. Mazi, please conclude.
Yes. I want to conclude now by saying what you said. If they are the one that officiated the clean of Biafrans, they are the one that supervised the clean of Biafra. Why is that these people will come back and gave us Christianity? They gave us Anglican, and we are still going to Anglican church. I thank God that all the church I went when I was a Christian, I didn't go to Anglican church. I don't know why, but it's really I find out the reason why my spirit didn't allow me to go there. You understand? So our people should wake up. They should wake up. Okay, they should imagine all this money they are packing every Sunday to Anglican, to England. Assuming they use this money, they will use it and develop something in our land. They should convert those churches to Biafra church and not, to England church, American church or whatever. They should convert it to our own church, and it will benefit us the more than them. So, Mazi, I want to, stop here for others to make their contribution. But what you said this night is true. They should stop Anglican church in our land. They should stop it. Thank you, Mechiko Kamable.
Well, thank you very much. We must continue. The issue is this: we are like wounded. We are wounded people. I am telling you, we are a wounded people. Let me give an example also, as I used to do with the Israeli of today. Because of they are victims of World War II. They were killed in large numbers. He rose the world pity on them. Why is our lives as Biafran, does it not matter at all? And the worst part of it, don't we pity ourselves? Does our life matter for us, even we ourselves? When we are still holding fast these people that that slaughtered us, we are still licking their ass religiously. Why can't we do something? That is it. It's a sign of being active as a human being. You protest. One of the ways of protesting is a mass resignation from, even if we start from Anglican church. Say we are no person in Biafra land, in Igbo land, will be going to Anglican church because of it is something worth doing. It's not an anathema at all. When we do it, it will send a strong signal. Say, why are this news will carry it? Igbo's mass resignation of Anglican church. Now people will be asking why? What is the reason? It gives us platform to also tell our story. How Britain massacred us. We bring out historical facts. For them covering history doesn't mean that we shouldn't scavenge for history. For what happened to us. We should. If we believe or we depend on them that for them to be giving us history, our ass should be grass. Our ass will be grass. We are in for a trouble, in a heavy problem. It is for us to scavenge for history. That is why research is needed. And I love what is going on, even on the social media. People are waking up. That's why I'm happy every time I'm for genuine ones, genuine people that are really concerned about our states, our mental state, because they want to completely annihilate us. When you conquer people mentally, you are finished. You are finished. India is doing well today because they never accept complete conquest. Mental conquest mostly is the key. They retain their dignity. Caller on what's up? Thank you for holding on. Please unmute yourself. Go on, Mazi.
Mazi Bilano Kelef Buhana Mpira Province.
Ndewo.
Mazi kwa eziokwu na ihe na-ekwu people na before gị na-ekwu onye isi ekwu okwu ne. The only thing na blame also ndị Nigeria. Mazi get outside Nigeria. You might name here is ebe na egbe. Also ndị nọ Nigeria. can you go church? And I have a brilliant, brilliant, no party. When they get outside, you might now, Father Nobodon or God Christian, and I did the go church. But I can't tell you now. All I don't what I mean, as the end of our people now, I don't think I can church again. Let our people are the because I'm not happy. What a good happen. On happen. Come on, the conscience. On have conscience and what do you have? Because this is what I'm going to do for my church or my everything. And when didn't speak an issue in the I couldn't be more to buy him with Hannah. What I mean, all the conscience, who must impass, knew that Nahana knew. They think us in our law on the one and they clown at the Bada. Secondly, indoors up on the day, don't go that's a woman. Oh, one of our brothers ceremony for Israel. What's the church in church in church, one church, two churches all over there. But because of Nigeria, but there are no business getting a better cat everyone is father. This shepherd want to put it on a property. Give a pass for a property. One thing I can make that come up with money. Goes in the cycle by all the business goes for you. For that, church in Nigeria would be higher, the work church, that's the other they put a ban. Has to don't go that side. Don't go that side because all Nigeria, but they got here. Mandu Keku, Mandu, you church, but I got church you can ever everywhere. Mazi, men are about for one up and a flower. Because here now, good church, it small. Come on, the Bapata. Come on, this is better. You should be from the Brian and the Brian and politics. The Pan and Rehab, Mepan and Regan as I made a couple of China money. Mepan and Wutan as I know with their money. Mepan at the church, they just remove. Mazi, people are that didn't go to the church before, buy no marsh. And they make a anime pound of manga, put their hands to G. Put a hands to G and guy, put a hands to jump on the hands to J. The highest one, the where the highest one, I'm not don't put up a no. No, Guna, I couldn't answer. What in the meal now, on us now, where I have Matakaku. Nothing in my village. One word that knock on with the end of it and understand something, then China, the highest airport out of China. So by 10 doya, a problem, poke and image, look at him down. Mana gwana lady and go now na born. I have to say go one. Choose a killer. I just don't doctor. I just got that born. Run am again here now. Man this is no what. One of them this are not near what. I can't just bog out there. Can't get you go to what now. Let us know what them get research. What them get and you don't like. Yeah, Kuna China and Israel everywhere to get now. Every pussy, China just got it running. They actually ain't go what? You ain't going to take it your own way. But every year, the man at Bopper now that was and I gave you every measurement. Who put up the man? No, I didn't know. Get the chickens after that. And I don't go until I eat it. Then the Chinese teacher. Then the teacher. I make my platform. No shit of football, most and more warriors and move this and that. Mazi, all of the village guy. Na church in the village, the church is Mamma village. My school was now Gascuno. I'm using a China. My church in Howard, school at Tola, school Zinga, I go Tola. Now the girls of the Banana was Mazi, that school now. Church in the person that the church and Jaffa. Monomo school, I wouldn't go again at school. One person I wouldn't go to a village and a school village. Now, one person I wouldn't go. One person na kunda kujo na church na village na school. School na mako. One person na kunda kujo nde government na kujo. Somebody take na kujo. Ma church now. Church actually my school ah. School na new church, na school. Church that take after go. What na kujo kana new education ndema. As a lot of things I believe that but you go back and don't go outside because one year in the by you also outside you have a command. I know them to get outside how would name here it. Now about the uncle let him by children of I one I don't come and don't come behind before I'm not behind a minute. Just up to now. I don't know everything. I don't know the church. Maybe a church, that guy. Just up to now. up to now, still ndị chọrọ na-ahụ nta na-ahụ chaja anyị achaji fon anyị na-amaghị palito ihe ga-achị eze na-ahụ nta na-amaghị mụ a na-ekwe ntụ ụka ga-abịa nwanne biko dekwụ ihe na-ekwu biko jichikwa chineke gbago ume onye ya ga-eme ụlọ a na-aba n'ahụ anyị.
We must continue. We will not shy away in treating Oko Telegiae, the cause of our, mischief or misery in our land, in our lives. We will not shy away of exposing it. Because this mentality, that is the main caging, mental caging. That is the main imprisonment. Caller on WhatsApp, we are heading down towards the end of the program. Caller on WhatsApp, Signal. Welcome to the program. Please go on. Mazi Akas.
Yeah, Mazi. Yeah, Mazi. Good evening from here. Thank you.
Mazi.
May to bless you for availing yourself to do this work. It's a very hard work, if not because you have swallowed consistency in your stomach. By now, the enemy, when they came, trying to turn it the other way around, but you stood on your feet and said, we must continue. And we thank Chukwu because if we didn't go this area, believe me, even if they will have this freedom tomorrow, the so-called the people that brought this in, they can sponsor some people to begin to fight us in Biafra land.
Is not a lie. Here, reality that is facing us. If we don't go back and have a majority of ourselves, seeing ourselves as Biafrans, not as assemblies of God. This one say you are an unbeliever. This one say you are a Gentile. This one, before God and man, if we restore this Biafra, main problem because we have many enemies that are ready to sponsor, and once you are radical, you take your religion more important than our freedom, our nation. Mazi, go on, please.
Mazi, this is why they told us don't go there. And Mazi now the council tell them no. We must go there. Everyone is saying we must go there because these people are ready to sponsor biggest people ever. When they now ignorantly, somebody brave but not familiar 1 year, ignorantly of what a white man put in his brain, which a white man here cannot even slap his own brother or even maybe your brother because of here in a question why he's in Nigeria. Who are you, a white and a black man, to tell a white man 1 year because of religion? Even no, you could know he will land in prison. But a black man is ready to kill his own mother. A black man see. Go and kill your elderly mom. Now have your problem. Idiot, a billion man. Go his mother. A mother that carried her in her stomach for 9 years. Sorry, for 9 months. Give birth to him or her. Yeah, whatever. Because of somebody. A pastor. The same person who are telling me that my mother is my problem. Mazi, I know if we don't touch this thing, we must, because if we didn't go this way, Mazi, sponsor another catastrophe in our land won't ever come. And all they depend upon now for us to know that in go to church, you go to church with brain being intact. Nobody will deceive you. Pastor Con Chinedu Havana give you a brooch and shit at your town. You must not go to church to make heaven open about heaven. No, say that I could come we have. If I come, if the richness of the world is in vain, why are they buying private jet? Why are they building mansions? Why are they living their lives? I mean, enjoying this life here on earth. Now, I want every place that the man of God. It's a kind of movie, just as you said, you should actually put a popcorn. You know, to stop off. Now I knew why Nigerian government left these people free. Why they had that license? Go and deceive these people, because how by the end of the day, if the people carry their anger and run to them for them to tell them something that will make them to do evolution in that country, past they will beg the whole thing. Neither let us pray for these people, they will change. You know, you came by the Wuru Maka, even then when the Kenya and the Catholic Church that time, as a prayer for Nigeria in distress. Mazi will be everything here, and I know how many years I have. And the more you are praying the thing, the more worse the country becomes. Mazi Jonathan, you understand that we shouldn't ask questions. Now say no, don't talk. Mazi, we must keep on hammering this thing. As only we have to. If they don't want to listen, then millions are listening. Every kind of touching kind. We must open our eyes to know the truth, and we must keep on hammering this until our people understood that here brain asa and I can be according to our own. All the to Africa. I became Miro. I don't know what I don't. My mother will go and take the only chicken on look at or the room. Tell me walk out here more brother. Here they go again. I thought you and Pope now. Mum not. Mazi, we must continue. We must continue.
Honestly, it is annoying sometimes, but we have to continue. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. I think you'll be the last caller. Can you hear me?
There was one name, Chinedu.
You don't you call Kabia Madrege? There were.
The caller gets one name. I come from Mazi. Esim na you didn't go na Mazi Jirata, never sunset. That is last time. Ona bunlo te ifendi amelai. Oni kan devotion we na ekwu. You understand? The problem is that the foundation of this abominable religion, Indosha with a slave environmental. The foundation is the very faulty. The religion, able our forefathers in a cold blood, conquer them, take them into slavery. Because of when people are there, say no, we find the basic button the Madonna in Christianity religion. Likewise, yes, you know, we find the basic button Madonna now 419. 419 have no justification. Likewise, Christianity. Apart from that, the abomination that Christianity have created into our land.
Hello, Mazi.
Okay.
Please, can you?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, please. Please. Okay.
So, one mother, our people, this foreign religion now, look at in our land today. Inside them, they have division inside them. They have nothing in common. In a family that you have Pentecostal, you have Roman Catholic, you have Anglican, there will be a fight. There will be a fight there. There will never have something in common. What will be here and there? My faith is different. My faith is different. So they have division between themselves, and that is how they bring it into our land today. Okay, they say that today they are fighting. They are fighting for land. I saw a bishop and one man fighting for land. They are buying private jets. They are building school, but they are telling you, anywhere. So, nothing concerns Chukwokike and foreign religion. The people that instituted this foreign religion called Emperor Constantine, they sat down in Council of Mazi and they plan how they will slave people mentally. You will hear in history how this man from Belgium nearly wiped Congolese away, King Leopard. So our people need to wake up from this foreign religion, because this foreign religion slaves us mentally, and we must be free from mental slavery before seeking for physical freedom. And this is why the Nigerian politics are encouraging this foreign religion in our land. They don't want to do anything about it. You see how Hopus Odima will kill our people, and they still, if we go inside that foreign religion, they will never tell him anything. They are supporting these people, and our people must wake up, because there is nothing like heaven, there is nothing like hell. All this is a concaboo story from pit of hell. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, continue in your good work.
Thank you very much. We are concluding of this program. Let me say something here. What we are doing, I said before, we are wounded set of people. So, we don't take anything for granted. We no more take anything for granted. They are killing us. They are reducing our numbers. Everywhere in Nigeria, it is no more in news when a Biafran is being slaughtered. But the people we accepted their religion, they don't come to our rescue. Don't you see how annoying it is? The people we accepted that, we identified as, we are brothers in the same religion. They don't even, they support other people to kill us, to massacre us with impunity. So why won't we be annoyed? Why shouldn't we think otherwise and say, look, wait a minute, what they brought to us we are practicing, instead of bringing unity, it is bringing problem upon problem, disunity, everything. At least let us see, we see how, for example, the Fulani, they are Muslims, how they always unify. Even the religion becomes a unifying factor for them to do whatever they are doing as a people collectively. Why can't we do that? Okay, we say we are Christians. We, according to PLO Patrick Lumumba, he said we claim to be Christians. Okay, why can't we be unified in one? The Christianity will unify us. It will be, can we be here talking? Instead, what we see is deception upon deception upon deception, brainwashing our people, not to care for the government of the day. They brainwash our people in order to cater that God will solve every problem they have. How can we keep quiet and we'll be watching all this? How? Why haven't even for example, the head of churches in the world, like the head of Roman Catholic Church, Pope, why haven't he talked against the deception of people by his Christian fathers and priests to ordinary people in Nigeria, in Africa in general, and in Nigeria in particular, that no, this is not Christianity? Why haven't he condemned it? Why haven't other, like the Archbishop of Canterbury, why haven't he done the same? It made us to start believing that, look, it is a calculated thing. That is why we are saying things as we are, because it is highly provocative, provocating. It is highly annoying. If, for example, Pope will come and announce that, look, we are seeing what is they should not use our Christianity or our religion in order to be deceiving the masses. People should hold their government responsible for things they should have, or they are, they are destined to. No, all these things are not there. They are not talking about it. People are using the religion to commit impunity, deception, scamming, buying private jets, while telling people that we should believe in heaven. They are going to heaven, but everything they are achieving, they are accumulating here on earth. Had it been the head of Roman Catholic, for example, raise alarm and talk and say, no, this is not Christianity, which I am also representing, now we will take it from there. We know that yes, they have condemned it. Now what is happening now is between us and all these people. No, they don't do it. Now you want us to keep quiet so that we'll be perishing. Our mentality will be deteriorating with these people's teachings. No, we cannot allow it. We must save ourselves from the catastrophe we are in. Caller on signal, you are the last caller. Please go on. Welcome to the program.
Mazi asim Chineke gozie go luwa azi chukwu kabia ma gozie gi na ihe anyị na-emedere ihe mmadụ nwere ike igbochili. I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone that has participated in this Saturday program, and to use this same time to talk to our people. Just like, let me refer to myself. I gave somebody, because I do talk about the whole thing that is in this our struggle to people, because I should not just rely on Radio Biafra in hearing, not sharing. So, but I gave so many of them that I told them there is a program which runs every Saturday, knowing that this very program is not for every mind. It's for every mind, but not every mind can, digest it. So I told them, you need to hear other program and be involved. It is only when you have made Biafra your religion and understand where we are going that you can now know that we need this religion teachings. And I want to tell people that religion is never of God, because God is not an author of confusion. Because God cannot establish Islam, establish Buddhism, establish Christianity. Even in the same Christianity, you have, as in so many of it. And in that same Bible, and even in our way, they say with as in true truth and spirit. So the only way to worship God is when you are of truth and in spirit, which is what we are doing here. The truth that we are saying here. If it's not truth, it will not provoke people. And I want to tell people that this thing we are saying here is very, very vital. Because not looking on it or not touching on it will be a future problem that we cannot handle. Religion is a very thing that makes people go wide. You can see how the so-called Christianity have divided our families, divide individuals, and it stigmatizes people. When you are not of a particular religion or not a particular church, they call you unbeliever. And they keep themselves away from you, Gentiles. You see?
An infidel.
And these very tools, we are not in control of it. There are people that is in control. That is people that is driving it.
Mazi, can I just one second there? Do you know that it is because of this calling people this name, infidel, unbeliever, that the Europeans massacred the American Indians?
Millions and thousands
millions of people, even in Africa. They killed us because they believe that they see that we are unbelievers. It's the same thing the Muslims are using, killing infidels. So now, what is the rationale behind me now calling my fellow Biafran, my fellow blood, say he's an unbeliever because he didn't believe, he is not going to the same denomination, religion, foreign religion that I'm attending? Mazi, is there any reason? Is there any sense in it? Is there any sense in it?
There is no sense. That is why we must attend to this very position of reasoning, critical reasoning, not just only in religion, Mazi. Not only on religion, because if one may tell you that you are 50 years or you're 100 years, it is because you are able to, dissect and reason, critically analysis in everything. Mazi, do you know that we are hammering on religion? Do you know that there are thousands and tens of things that these people have used in holding us? Like this educational curriculum that we are using. What is the importance of your studying English? It's like telling,
do you hear the news? One of the news headlines which I read about Chinedu opening borders, the whole 40-something things that we are banned, including toothpick, that it should be imported. And the IMF is happy for now. What is the need of having people go to school? For what? To just study language?
For what purpose?
To study English, so that you come out and start speaking Queen's English. Does it make sense?
Big grammars.
China
when
doesn't speak
people
English.
are going to
Well, I say, I know, in a mess.
I'm telling you. So people shouldn't get upset when all this. If your brain, if your understanding about religion can't carry it, you will just melt it down and take it one after the other. Mazi, do you know that me myself, I used to get upset when this religious program started? But there is one thing this very struggle and this very radio have made me. I can never be fast. I can never be quick condemning anything. Rather, I subject myself into reasoning. Mazi, truth to God, this very radio, this very struggle have done a lot in my life. Even when I heard that our leader was a candidate, I was battered. But there is this inner energy of calming down to really look at what is happening and how is it happening and what is that, what are the purposes. I started unraveling things. I want to tell everybody that can hear my voice, this very thing we are doing here, even as much you cannot bear it, even as much is bigger than your reason, take it easy and follow it one step at a time. You will see that whatever we are saying here is very, very important. We are not against any religion, neither are we against anybody, but we are trying to lose ourselves mentally. How can we be involved on something that we don't have control of? How can we be involved on something that have divided family, divided individual? Yes, I know that a black man is very stupid, but that very stupidity comes from the brain, and that very brain is where we are working on. We are not telling you to leave your church, we are not telling you to leave your religion, but if you're going to that very place, apply brain. There is what I used to say. They say, you non-Africans, please listen to me with open mind. You Africans, listen to me with, you must, everything Even when you're dealing with people, you must reason with things. You must not be fast in saying or concluding. Do you know that there was a time Mazi Nnamdi was running a program? Uche Mofo called in, especially on this religious matter, was telling Mazi that this are not go area. Look, every area that concerns our life that have helped to shape or reduce us as human beings must be touched. It is left for you as an individual to take the one you want to take. But we as a people, we must attain to this level of, even what brought about civilization, Mazi? Is it not as in people reasoning, listening to wise, conversation, arguing, questioning things? How can there be something in our life that we cannot question? It is only God that we don't question. Religion is of man. Church is just an organization put together to bring people together. If you are going that very place and it is not working out anything physically to your life, not spiritually, it is God and you. Mazi, do you know that this religion that we are talking of have made us to be living a very deceitful life? I want to ask in this very program, the law, constitution and religion, which one makes people more better person?
Mazi, it's law.
You
complete
have
law. It's law. Religion makes people become hypocrites. Living fake life and double life.
Fake life. That is what I'm telling
Mazi,
you. When they see their
every country, every nation develops through law, maintains law. Once you have law, you do something, you get punished, you get the result, the punishment that it deserves.
The disease from doing it.
But
Christianity, they tell you that Christ have come and died. We are no longer
leave him for God. God will punish him. Continue waiting for God to punish him. Mazi, God,
you see what we are doing here? Keep on doing what you're doing. I know most people do get pick offend. I'm seeing them as people that that have not attained to this level of reasoning. We that have been here, we love it. And I do not say because we love it, other people should go and die. No. But what I'm telling those people that cannot take it, take your time. Take your time. Just take it one step at the other. Anyone that provokes you, start thinking. Don't be seeing yourself that if you think it is a sin. I was in the office discussing with somebody. Do you know there was something I asked him? He said, I'm trying to make him sin against God. So you see the level of myopic as in a reduction that we have been when it comes to reasoning. God is God and it cannot be questioned. But all these things we are talking here are man-made. And they are really affecting us. That is why we don't have light. That is why we don't have good health care. That is why we are dying in the hands of the people that we know we should stand up and face. So I just I really love being here because it has made me. One of the days I was in the church, they told us that we will contribute was it 2 billion, I'll be 200 million to go and build auditorium. Since I was born, they have been building several auditorium. The average church that I'm going, they don't have health center, which if my wife or other people's wife or our children has cases, then they can go to that place. And this is our money. You see, when you question, even they made it that if you question, they say, they were a sinner. They say, stigmatizing and, making people to be afraid of asking questions. Mazi, do you know that in that very place, they use almost 100 and something million to knock wood and mats to, the market where people we stay or bar for all of those things. After that program that ended 5 or 7 days, they wasted all that money. You see, these are things that if they were reasoning, people will ask questions, they will form board, they will iron all of these things, and you see that those wastages will not be there. Mazi, I really appreciate this. Means that we are going somewhere.
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate what you're doing. Keep on, and God will strengthen all of us to understand what we are doing here. Thank you.
Thank you. You are the last caller. Thank you. We proceed to closing the program. As Mazi said, what we are doing here is not to castigate or to, if you are in our shoe, reasonably, You will do even worse. We have been, let us take a stock of our collective lives in our land. Let us take stock of our collective life, our collectivity. Of this being religious, churches everywhere, how has he helped? What is the advantage? How has he helped in our land? How has he helped us as a people? How? That is one thing we should be asking ourselves. Instead, they are using it helping politicians. Nigerian governments don't want to control all these things because it's playing to their advantage. Do you know that? They are controlling the masses for them. That is the reality. They are controlling the masses for them. Let me get this call. I never pick a caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, please. I've stopped picking call, but let me just make your point as quick as possible. Go on, please. years he have been with his wife. But you know, sailors, they go to the sea, they can stay months inside the sea. So, this man, a content creator, which he brought, he explained everything. He went there, he called the wife. He said, now tell me the truth, what happened. He pretend to be that they have a DNA test. That this, the whole children are not his own. Even he's pregnant. Only the pregnancy is his own. That is what the man believed. When the woman came, he started blabbing. They show her the fake DNA test. He tore it into pieces. He say, you are lying. No, I'm a Christian. I cannot lie. You people, you are lying. This and that. The man entered and said, okay, you are lying. Okay. He entered into his car, brought out something he wrapped with the red cloth, you know, as if he's juju something. And came out and said, okay, you are lying, eh? You see this thing. If you swear on it, you will go crazy. The woman immediately, he changed. He said, I will confess. Now I said, how can this kind of thing be said that it is demonic? Something that can make somebody to speak the truth. That is law. How can we condemn this type of thing? Something that if somebody stole or a thief, maybe the whole village, no person catch the thief. If you want to bring Bible, everybody will swear it and nothing. No person will fear, but the thief, and he will go free. But once you bring that thing, it will instigate fear so that the thief will come out and let me say, please, I did it. And now you program, we are programmed into believing that this is evil. How? Something that could be used to sanitize our land. Something that can instill fear so that people will become upright. Because human being is about law. If you don't force law, people to abide by the law, human being will be behaving worse than animals. Do you know that? Worse than animals. The worst species. That is why Nigerians say everybody is like animal, because there is no law and order, no implementation of law and order. Justice is to the highest bidder. And you are telling us that this thing that can instill fear, once they bring it, say, come, did you commit this kind? He said, sorry, it's me. He confessed and said the truth. Now you are telling us that we should destroy this thing. It's bad, it's evil, it's demonic. Don't you see that this is a program to scatter our land? A land that was holy, a land where righteousness is at the highest, where people respect, obey the law. And that medium, all those things we are using as police, you are saying that it is evil, it is demonic. Don't you see that they scatter our brain, in short? Think deep in what I'm saying. Think deep. Let Jerry Rollins, he said, do you know why African politicians are looting with impunity? Because once you arrest them, you take them to court, and they have the money, they have looted, they are rich. They will hire senior advocate of Nigeria, any number of them, and they will use logic to they will not go to jail, because they will hire lawyers. They know that they looted. They will hire lawyers and go free. He said, if you want to really maintain so that politicians will not loot, if you bring them to their local shrine, tell them to swear in their juju. Tell them to swear. Do you loot this money? Swear. This is something that we should have developed in order to run our lives in our way. But the Europeans came and demonized it and program us to demonize something that is good for us. And things fell apart. If you tell somebody swear, see, juju. I used to watch all those type of prank. Hey, they will tell you the truth immediately. They will tell you the truth. Now they program us to demonize that thing. Don't you think that something is terribly wrong? We need to put all these things right. That is the thing. Because all these foreign religions, it brought impunity. I could in a village, in a community. The whole Bible. The whole thing, scripture. You should not judge me. Are you judging me? If I cannot judge you, then why are we human beings? Nigeria court failed. Nigeria government has failed. We have nothing to control us. Everybody is behaving, hiding in under the auspices of church in order to commit atrocities. And people think that we'll keep quiet. This restoration, we must continue. I am telling you. And for your information, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being detained, according to the news. Let me see it again. Because of Hope Uzodimma's programmed election, which they have already the result sheet. They are killing our people, Imo youths in Imo State. Kidnapping, if they kidnap you, you are not a APC. You didn't register in APC. Yeah, you are ward. They call your ward. If not, they kill you. What type of system is this? What? How can one person be more than millions of people? How? If we allow this man, this evil man, Hope Uzodimma, I don't care how it goes, but we must never allow him anyhow. They want to subjugate us. Complete conquest. They are using Gowon formula. I said during my preamble, give Igbo man money and he will do the job for you. But here we are, IPOB is here. We will never allow it. And we continue talking. We continue exposing them. Do not be dismayed. Do not be discouraged. This Biafra we are in, there is no going back because we have no back to go. And our people should stop this sabotage. Sabotaging their own people. Pointing. Once you are pointing to somebody that reporting, giving information, oh, Iwama. You are more dangerous than Hope Uzodimma. You understand me? You are more evil than Hope Uzodimma. Just Iwama Tom one negaka, so that they will come and carry him, so that they will come and kill him, just because of your hatred. Just because maybe you had few skirmishes before in the same yard, and you use it now, you have malice. You keep going inside the mind to make him disappear. Listen, you are more evil than even the Satan you are calling, you are pointing at. We must continue spreading this news. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our ideology. Biafra is our religion. If we have any other religion other than Biafra, know that you have not started. You will fall off. It's not, because something must make you disappear from this race. We will touch somewhere that say Nandi and Akbar is my religion, and you move off. That's it. But once you take Biafra as your first religion, any other thing becomes secondary. It doesn't matter. Biafra is my religion. I will continue. That is it. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun is a home of hope, a home of hope of the Biafrans. The fire of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwabiyama. Ebe ka unu si Biafra, ebe ka unu si Biafra, Gaimara po Biafra, Kanebozo Kamiri, Agaimara po Biafra, Kanebozo Kamiri, Biafra Kanebozo. Waboke, Arijala, Nawama. Wana lemo kamno na lombo, wana juno, wasina Biafra na tago. Chukwu kikabiyama, onyagi lonaka, yamerani emarama. Zombe, Waboke, Arijala, Nawama. Biafra baloma, ala Chukwu goziri, ala manamu, ala Chukwu goziri, the rising sun. Mgbe mbuka kwuru wesi, ojie matakere, onwe aka yenu, aka fụwa yufu wetuo ya, maka na ọnọdụ ga-adịrọ n'igwe mma. Aka fụwa yufu wetuo ya, maka na ọnọdụ